Hey, Marco, you ready for the totally awesome, coolest show ever?
Yeah, Pete, I hope I don't lose you.
You weren't around for that part of the conversation.
I know. So sorry we were late. Corbin's a little under the weather, and but he was asking because he's probably coming out to Motor City, and then Pete warned him about something that I think Pete's 100% right about. I just don't really realize I do. Pete, could you inform them what you told Corbin?
He wanders around a con like a kid with ADHD.
That's not true.
Be with him, and all of a sudden, he could even be talking to the person you're at the booth with. And then all of a sudden, you look away for half a second. Oh, there's a book over there. And he's gone. He wanders to the next table. He's like 4 tables down already. You don't even know how he got there that quick. It's like he just jumped. He just phased over there. And he's like 4 tables away. And like, what? He's like in deep conversation with somebody else already.
That's kind of
I 100% can validate and verify everything you just said.
Okay, first off, that's not true. It's not that. It's the conversation ended. I had someplace else to be and try not to be rude about it. So I have to go deal with that. And then I come back. That's all it is. But I'm not that hard.
Oh, look, something shiny. Oh, look.
That's not something shiny. It's not something shiny.
Oh, what's that on his wall?
That's not true.
Oh, that's what's his name.
What are you at a con? Hey, hold on. First off, what are you at the con for? Are you there to just sit around?
I know, but we were talking to the French artist. We were at his table. Then you grabbed the card things. Then you were gone. I looked down. I'm looking at his portfolio. I looked up. I was like, where'd he go?
I already seen the good portfolio. I don't need to sit there and watch you.
Yeah, but I didn't.
What am I gonna do? Watch you look at a portfolio?
No, I wasn't looking through the whole thing. I literally looked down for half a second. And then he's in the wind. It's all right. It's all right.
Everybody does con different. GTK Comics. Thumbs up. Hi. Wow, it's gonna be one of those days. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. That's us saying be right there. Terry Floyd. Hey all. Hey Terry Floyd. What's up, guys? What's up, Marv? We've changed around the thumbnail 1,800 times this week. I don't know, or today. I don't know what we're doing at this point.
There's a lot of books to talk about. That's why.
Oh, dang.
So just picking 3 was hard.
Yeah, picking 3 was hard. So we're going to do a couple things. We're going to do our list has gotten a little bit wild because last week we told you we're probably going to cover a couple of things. We're not going to spoil 97, but we're going to cover a couple of things there. So we got a couple of things to cover there. We've got some new books out that we're going to cover. Obviously, we're going back. I know it's a week early, but we're having Jack join us next week. So to make way for Jack, we're going to do a week early our toy segment, which is back to G.I. Joe figures. So that should be fun. Mm-hmm. What phase is it? Is it phase 3?
It's technically, it's series 3, 1984.
Series 3, 1984. Excellent.
Getting good.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of stuff to get through tonight. I'm delaying time because I want to read a text message real quickly. Pete, run something so I can read a text message.
You can read a text message. I can just let them all know that probably before we get to the G.I. Joe segment, but since we're having that G.I. Joe segment, I decided to ask somebody to come and join us because one of his favorite characters is a part of this wave. So I thought, you know what? I think he might want to hop on for this one. So I asked him. He'll be on eventually. I gave him the link. I told him, no need to rush. He already does a lot of shows. He's already a busy guy, so he doesn't need to be here for the whole thing. But whenever he shows up, he knows he's welcome.
Who's that? Oh, the dude that's showing up?
A special guest.
Yeah, our special guest.
All right, sounds good.
But outside of that, we'll have Jack, who also writes with me over at CBSI. He's going to come on next week to give you our little preview for Blood Hunt. He's working on some big article like he did last time out with the Timeless, that we went through all that Timeless stuff. So
yeah, cool.
Yeah, he breaks it down. So he's definitely
stuff. Yeah. That should be fun, and maybe a little WrestleMania preview, reminding me that WrestleMania is next weekend. So maybe our after hours we'll talk a little wrestling to get excited.
Very confusing. Very confusing.
And then Marco,
today's Wednesday, correct?
Today is Wednesday. That is correct.
People are texting me about 6:00 on a Wednesday, and what time is it? It's 9:00. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Matthew, what's up? Hey, gang. Hey, Kingdom of Nerd. Hey, guys. What's up, Kingdom of Nerd? Bar Lord. Good evening, everyone. Black Spider. What's up, everyone? What's up? Doc, what's up? Hey. Sticks. Today was a good day to don't ruin stuff, Sticks. Dub. Yes, he does. He has nice crow books. Zaggy, hashtag mud butt for all.
Thanks,
What's up, Eric?
For everyone.
All right, Harvey the Rabbit is coming tonight. Yeah, Harvey the Rabbit is not coming tonight. Somebody else. All right, let's get into news.
Harvey the Rabbit could be here too.
Hey, Phil.
Phil.
Hey,
You guys say it like that. I'm just hearing Axel Foley. Phil.
Phil.
Man.
We're going out with it. All right, Pete, can you run the thing?
I could run the thing. Let's get into our news.
All right, that's enough text messaging for today.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Yeah, don't be that guy. Exactly.
Well, it's tomorrow's the start. It's Holy Thursday, so the phone goes off. So everybody's trying to get the last minute
That's tomorrow.
combos in.
That's true.
Yep, that is tomorrow.
All right, top stories. Kind of a. I'm gonna be honest with you all. Like, top story was kind of a rough one this week. I didn't really know. There really wasn't anything top story worthy. So this was the one that I was in there, that placeholder, and it stayed there.
All right, let's see what you got.
We got a new trailer for Bad Boys, Ride or Die.
What number is this?
It's 4. Bad Boys number 4.
So
So
why
not-
wasn't it
Bad
life?
boys, bad boys.
Forever. Something.
Yeah, why didn't they put the
Yeah.
4 in there?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just trying to.
When you,
I think they are just trying to rush it out. I mean, this is the dude that walked on stage and slapped somebody, and for some reason, like, we just kind of let that go out.
yeah, this actually
No,
was
he
being
ran out all
filmed.
crazy into traffic. Wait, who are we talking about?
One of
Will
those
Smith.
guys.
Yeah, one of
Will
those guys.
Smith. So
One of
this was actually was filming around the time of the big slap. That was kind of a thing, and then this is the 4th film, like we said, and then this is actually this franchise
Ooh,
has
nice.
150 million short of being a $1 billion franchise. So after this movie comes out, this will officially be a $1 billion franchise.
The action only looked good because they made Martin Lawrence move slower in it, as they should.
Right.
Slow-mo?
Right.
I love what they're doing with Martin. Like, Martin Lawrence is really. I mean, the Will Smith character, what's his name? Mike Lowry. He was great during the
Mike
first movie.
Lowry.
He was okay during the second movie. The third movie, you're kind of like, all right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. But
Thank you, Sticks. They did miss the Equalizer, and yeah, Bad Boy for life.
For Life was a big miss. Yeah, I mean, they still have time to change it.
No, they don't. It's late now.
Yeah,
Good one, Bri J. I like that.
yeah. Yeah, but I mean, what's his name? What did I just call him? Martin Lawrence? Yeah,
It is
Martin Lawrence. Yeah. He is getting older, but they actually allow him to get older at each time. The Mike Lowry character is just a joke. I wonder, actually, I mean, would it not have been a good thing if he just said he was a method actor, and that's why he was doing the whole keep your wife's name or my wife or whatever out of your mouth, and then he literally goes and starts talking about Tretch and his wife, which I don't think is a good idea, but whatever. So, it looks fun, I guess.
It'll be a fun movie. It's gonna do well.
It is, but this is not like John Wick level anymore. Like the first Bad Boys was John Wick level. Second Bad Boys, John Wick level. Third kind of falling off. Fourth now getting like it's Equalizer 2, not Equalizer 3 level, I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've always thought of this as more comedy than
Martin is old.
action. Yeah, he is old.
Yeah.
He's old as shit. Yeah, we don't need a Snyder cut of this. No, sir. No, we do not.
You sure?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm positive.
Is
Actually,
Michael
we probably
Bay still doing these?
yes. Actually, we probably don't need a whole movie. We probably just need about 15 minutes of this, and it'll be good. The part where they steal the clothes and start trying to sing "Bad Boy" was funny, by the way.
Oh, Lethal Weapon 4.
Yeah, Lethal Weapon 4 level. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Brian. I'm comparing it to the level of action of an action level, and like these nonsensical movies that are non-realistic blockbuster style, big explosions and killing. So yeah, Brian, I do kind of know. Just because you can't put 2 and 2 together doesn't mean that it doesn't equal 4. All right.
All right, let's talk about the box office.
Had bonds for life. That'd be good.
So
there
this
you
we
go.
have a new number
There
one.
you go, Terry.
New number one at the box office this week.
Oh, yeah, Ghostbusters came out. Forgot.
Ghostbusters,
Oh, it
Frozen
did.
Empire. Yep.
I was
Leads the
going to go
box
with Kung
office.
Fu Panda.
Oh, Kung Fu Panda dropped down.
Hello, Dune.
Yeah, Dune came back up to number 2. It's or stayed in number 2. Yeah, Kung Fu
Yeah, it's hanging
Panda
in.
dropped. Yeah,
Is
it's
this the
hanging in
girl one again, or the kid? Which
No,
form of
kids.
Ghostbuster?
Kids and the.
They're not kids
OG
anymore, or
guys.
are they kids?
They're still kind of kids, but then this also ties back into the original Ghostbusters.
Yeah, you got the originals. You got Ant-Man. You got the kid from Stranger Things.
Oh,
John, I guess we'll do it now. This is the first She-Grey and Wolverine kiss. That's not one of them that I pulled out, John. That's not, but okay.
wow.
Roadhouse. Black Spider goes with Roadhouse.
Well, it's free at home. Who wanted to go pay for the theater if you can watch it at home?
What is?
Yeah.
What it is? Why
Well,
would you want to go
I
watch?
think it's Amazon, so I don't think you have it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to watch another Roadhouse anyway. I mean, I like the first one, but
I haven't watched it yet. I do have buddies who watched it already.
yeah,
I'm disappointed to find out there's no throat rip. Like I was like, did he rip somebody's throat out? No.
Bar Lord, I like Bar Lord's I like his Zen process here. Like, glad people watch it. It's just not my Ghostbusters. Like, I'll probably watch this stuff eventually. I still haven't watched Afterlife yet. I'll get to it one day.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just not like
I
I'm
watched
just
the
not
girl
like,
one, but it was different and
or that
fine.
one either
It's
too.
its own
Yeah, I
thing,
mean,
but
yeah.
I'm not comparing, and I'm not going to try to compare because that's.
I was just having the conversation on the phone with somebody today, and I was saying that I think it's kind of nice because you're starting to see this change where people they're starting to not give a shit anymore. Like, if it's not for you, why do you give a shit?
Yeah,
just don't give a
That's
shit. You don't
the attitude
have
I
to
have.
give a shit.
Right. You don't have to.
yeah, you don't have to go.
You don't have to give a shit.
Watch anything.
There's
You don't.
plenty. It kind of ties in with what you said last week, where there's so much stuff
So much
coming
good
out.
shit.
There's
You'll
so much
find
good
it for
stuff.
you.
Yeah, there's something out there you're gonna like.
I think that's great.
Funny
I
you're
think
not
that's.
gonna like. Yeah.
I think probably the worst thing that we saw was when we had that position where there wasn't new content coming out because of the strikes and everything, and now you're seeing more of it come back out. So people instead of
And we got
fighting for
more
what
movie options. There's more
Yeah.
streaming options, so you don't have to.
I mean,
watch
shit,
everything.
Doom Part 2 still doing 17.6 million.
because
Right.
it's good.
People love it.
It's good.
One wasn't that bad.
That bad.
No, Part 1. No, whoa. Let me. Don't clip that. What I meant was Dune Part 1 wasn't that. Remember, we did Dune Part 1. Me and you were like, it's not that bad. And people were like, that's dog shit. It's like, no, it really is not that bad.
No, I like Dune Part 1.
Now
I
Part
thought
2,
you were getting back to Ghostbusters, trying to be like Ghostbusters 1 wasn't that bad. I'm
No.
So just to round out the top 5, Immaculate is a Sydney Sweeney with nuns, and it's a horror movie.
Oh, that's right.
And then Arthur the King is a Mark Wahlberg canine related drama.
Okay, that's
So that's to round out your top 5.
Damn. Zaggy's got age discrimination going on, bro.
Oh no.
Dude is good, Zaggy.
All right, let's move on
dude,
to some other news. So there's a Hellboy documentary that's been funded, Kickstarter, I believe, had something to do with it a while back. And Nacelle
Yeah, I know them
just picked it up. You do know them.
because they're doing the biker mice stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're doing Biker Mice, RoboForce, Sectars, Power Lords, all that stuff. So that same company has now gotten the right to distribute this Mike Mignola documentary. And it's got like interviews, his pictures of film from his studios, drawing demonstrations, footage, and then from comic shows and interviews with a whole bunch of other people.
Wait, did Mike give him permission for this? Because I want to see the uncut version of this.
I'm pretty sure like he was involved when they were.
Damn.
I think this was originally like.
I think he noticed the guy with the camera over his shoulder.
No, I see that, but I thought he was giving some documentary stuff, but it was because if like there. how do I say this nicely before
I don't know.
somebody gets
Think
before
think
the,
it through before you start.
before the Neil
Not my
Adams
tongue.
pissing
Think
in
it
his
through
hands
before you
thing
start
is going.
talking.
The relationship that Mike has had with some of the artists who have worked for him before on projects, I can understand his point of view of why they don't work for him anymore, but also maybe some people might take it as him maybe acting like a baby or spoiled person and stuff like that. So, like, I hope they get into all of it. Like, don't do what, like, Jordan did where he's like, yeah, the bad boys, they suck, but we needed Rodman and Sally to win a championship. Like, how do they all suck if you need them to win a championship? You know what I mean? Like, I hope they do, like, the whole... It'd be cool to have, like, one where it's, like, an honest discussion, not throwing anybody under the bus. Just saying, like, hey, this relationship didn't work out because he wanted full-time this, even though we were working on other stuff with other artists, and he said, you have to choose that person or me or get the bleep out of my... And, like, you know, people talk to people a certain way. Like, it's not... I mean, I talk to people a certain way too, like that can handle being talked to a certain way. Some people can't handle being talked to that way, but you know, I mean, it's not in that tone, but like, yeah, he was very strict with some of his artists. Like if you even thought about working with somebody else, get the fuck out of here. Like I'm done with you. So that's kind of interesting. I wonder if they'll do that.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, Nacelle's going to put it out, so we don't have a date or anything like that. They just got the rights, so we should be hearing more soon. And
Kind of.
We got some more details about
Thanks, Brian. Thanks for the
Joker
comment.
2. We got some musical details about the Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga movie coming.
Claude is even less now.
Mostly a jukebox musical. Integrates 15 reinterpretations of very well-known songs.
Yeah, like
one.
We're going to cover songs. Okay, I don't need this. We don't need this.
That's Entertainment from 1953. It's going to be one of the songs they do. Judy Garland. Go ahead. Yeah.
There's a thing called The Masked Singer. It's been advertised that I should watch it on Netflix or something.
And my wife and son watch it.
Is this kind of like The Masked Singer? You're just going to have like fucking dipshits in paint walk around. I don't understand the whole premise, but I assume it's dipshits in paint, and then it turn, you know, they sing underneath. Like, is this just gonna be Joaquin Phoenix singing under a mask?
This is more like karaoke because you know who's there.
Isn't that what the Masked Singer is?
No, Masked Singer, like you don't know who it is singing.
Yes,
that's the whole point of the mask.
It's that you don't know.
You don't know what?
Who's singing?
Who's singing? You're trying to guess.
Don't you hear him singing?
That's the game. You have to guess who it
mask. You don't know who it is. You hear their voice, but you don't see their face, so you're trying to guess.
Oh, so they have them like behind a thing or something.
Well, they have elaborate costumes, and you don't know what they're who's underneath that.
Oh, do they use like a voice changer or something?
No.
Well, isn't it like they have the Rock and shit doing it?
It's still not easy to. Sometimes you can. Once you have a thought, you could pick a voice out, but if you don't have any idea, it's not as easy as you think.
Oh, okay.
And it's not like people that sing all the time. So
yeah.
You know, like it could be some actor that doesn't sing, and then
like Kingdom of Nerds is literally living in a bubble where whatever he wants to be good, he's just gonna say is gonna be good either way. I think.
Yeah, but
he'll find the people that agree with him. I'll tell you that much. So.
Yeah, this movie.
This is not.
And I don't care.
Yeah, I don't. This is not one I'm gonna be catching.
People are loving that's what I hear. People are loving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, how much money do you need to do to? Is that why it's costing? Because they got to get all the rights to all the songs.
Yeah, it's probably going to cost them a lot to get the rights to all the songs.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I don't know though. You know, fucking Versus works pretty well.
What Versus?
Yeah, Versus. The DJ Clue thing where you had like Dipset get their ass kicked by the Locks, and all that is like karaoke. They're just karaokeing their own songs. It can work. 840 versus Too Short. No, you guys didn't catch those?
Nope.
No.
Did not.
I was going to, but then I went on living my life.
They were good. That Dipset getting destroyed by the Locks was hilarious.
Didn't see it.
Oh, Sarah Palin is going to be in the Joker movie doing Baby Got Back?
No. She was one of the contestants.
Like,
Oh, she was
I'm
on
not-
Masked Singer.
I'm not trying
She
to
was
be
on Masked
political,
Singer.
but like, how expensive could it be to get her to cameo in a movie?
No,
Like,
she's
she's
not in
the
the
weather
movie.
girl.
She was on The Masked Singer. That's what that's about.
Oh,
Like
okay.
one of the seasons back. Just like Gronk. Like you could hear Gronk. Like if you knew it was Gronk, you could hear his voice. And he's doing like Ice Ice Baby or whatever. And it's like you know it's Gronk. Yeah, some of them are easy to pick out, but some of them aren't.
I can honestly say I've never seen any more of the Masked Singer than that's been on
Oh, the
commercials
Masked Singer.
for football. That's when I see Masked Singer commercials.
Yeah.
on football.
Yeah, probably. I don't pay
Okay.
attention to that much.
Mhm.
All right.
All right. Let's talk about some streaming news.
Yeah, so let's
Okay.
move on.
Let's talk about the number one.
Thanks, Doctor. Got it.
Uh,
Dude, stop calling him that, Brijay. Stop.
new record on Disney Plus. X-Men 97.
This clock.
4 million
CLOT.
people tuned in for the premiere of X-Men 97 during its first 5 days, setting a new benchmark for the streamer. And mostly they wanted to see Gambit in its
All
colors.
right, to celebrate.
I
let's all
told
get
you,
some
his
scissors and
midriff,
let's
like-
cut off shirts. Come
I
on,
tried
do
to
it.
say that. I tried to say that last week, and you guys were like, "No, it's because Rogue's got no butt anymore." I'm like, "No, believe me, a lot of dudes, or a lot of chicks and people are liking this midriff thing."
Yep.
And
I think a lot of people are not liking it.
Talk to him. Hello.
I don't know why.
I saw
like,
a lot of things that people did not like.
frying donuts with a midriff and a belly. Like, why are we even showing people's belly buttons? I don't.
Where's his
understand
apron? If he's frying donuts, he
this.
should
Right,
be having
dude.
an
If you're
apron
frying
on.
donuts, get an apron, bro.
Yeah, that oil could splatter on
Do you know how grease burn sucks, man?
That's the
And I'd
worst.
say batter because then you got to throw batter on it.
They got that full on like restaurant level, grease fryer back there. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
just
like the
there
whole
with
bath or
regular
whatever, oil
cabinet
bath.
Yeah, got everything back there.
Episode 3 was awesome. Cosmic One. It was absolutely awesome.
Oh, I wanted to watch it, but
Same here.
So
I fell asleep.
good.
I fell asleep on the couch.
You know what sucks though? Cosmic One. Spoiler alert. I think it's done. I think that whole storyline is done.
Oh, dang. So
I mean, they
It's
might
still
hit it
going?
up down the. They might hit down the line, like way. But I saw all the way through 9 in the descriptions. I don't think we're getting any more of what's going on there. So that sucks.
you mean the titles?
No, they gave out like
The little snippets.
yeah, little snippets. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Okay. So, in defense, not that I want to defend
I'm wearing
Gambit
it. Hey,
or
this
the
year
X-Men.
Baltimore. This year Baltimore. I'm wearing this shirt. Sure.
So this is
Dude.
what dudes used to wear in the 90s.
Yeah.
So this is
Where?
X-Men 97.
From.
Apollo Creed.
Where?
Apollo Creed in Rocky 2.
And
Bro.
Yeah.
Dub.
Yes, sir.
I was in the 90s here too. You tell me where you saw one.
I
real
didn't
one.
see people
Bosworth.
wearing
You
it.
tell me where you saw one real.
Bosworth,
life
yeah,
motherfucker wearing it.
Bosworth was one.
Bosworth
On
was a
TV, I saw it.
guy.
On TV, I saw him wearing
No,
it.
The Boss thing was different because when you played football back then, we ripped our shirts. We all ripped our shirts because of the pad. Because you had the linebacker roll. You know what I mean? And we used to use oversized pads. So you had to you had to get the shirt because you couldn't, because it wouldn't tuck in, and then if you didn't tuck in, it was so you had to get that. That's a different scenario. That's playing ball.
Those are the pictures. I saw Apollo Creed and I saw Brian Bosworth. Those were the two that I saw.
Bosworth wasn't like on a Sunday night going out with. He wasn't on a Sunday night going out with a midriff, bro. That was like playing ball.
William Zabka and just one of the guys.
Oh my god!
But he played the bad guy, Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai.
Hey,
You don't know what I'm
yeah,
talking
all right, Prince, baby. I need to get more Prince fashion too, bro.
No, Prince would be wearing more flowy things.
Yeah.
It's either flowy or see-through tight.
No, Bryce says that he had a crop. I bet you he did.
He might have.
Crop tee versus skins or whatever it is. Blouses versus skins.
Ezekiel
Yeah.
Elliott.
That was a roll up. Yeah, he did too.
Yeah, it's
That
right.
was a throwback to that Bosworth era.
Oh,
No,
so
not
funny.
Zeke. Was just a couple years ago.
Yes, it was a throwback.
Looking like an Ewok.
All right, let's talk about some other animation on Disney Plus. We've covered that enough.
Yes, he did. Yes, Chris Rock.
Chris Farley did wear this, yes. So we got some updates on some Marvel Studios animated shows. Chris Rock and Fifth Element was awesome. So good.
No,
Ruby
Rock.
Rod. Oh, that's Chris Tucker, right?
Chris
All right.
Chris Tucker.
Chris Rock.
Chris
Mistake.
Tucker, by the way.
Yep,
Yeah.
Mr. Tucker.
You got guys getting slapped on the brain. That's the problem.
The Blue Meanie, you're right. The Blue Meanie made that hot too.
The BWO. So we got some updates from Brian Winderbaum, who is the head of streaming television and animation at Marvel Studios. Did an
That
interview.
is not a flavor of breath mint.
Winderbaum? Yeah, no, definitely not. So
Or a
he gave
cap-
us updates on these 3 shows, starting with The
Ooh.
Eyes of Wakanda. Ryan Coogler's the producer. Todd Harris has been doing storyboards. He's directing it. It's going to be about Wakandan history
That's
and
really
mythology, and it's
Alright.
going to be kind of it's going to tie into the MCU, like more
Give
like
me something interesting.
very
Give me something
specific.
new. I'm down. Like, yeah, okay.
Thank you for the opinion of, and it's really cool.
I mean, he thinks it's really cool, so
Yeah, I mean, well, let's see what his opinion is.
we'll find out.
All right.
Well,
All
it's
right,
better than
so-
him saying, that
It
it's not.
sucked. Yeah, right. This is terrible. Don't watch it.
And they're making me do this.
He's pulling
shit.
the opposite of the gun, where James Gunn was saying that every DC video that comes out sucks.
Terrible. Every one of them's terrible.
Yeah, that movie's kind of shitty. I wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, don't go watch that. Right.
Oh, but make sure you go out this weekend.
Yeah, but make sure you go. I would go see it, but make sure you go out this weekend to see Aquaman 3.
I'm not.
I wouldn't watch it, but you
Yeah.
guys should go
You
watch
guys
it.
can go watch it if you want. It looks good on you,
it
though.
don't mean nothing. I'm wiping the slate clean. We ain't falling up on any of that crap. But go ahead, enjoy Blue Beetle.
Shazam, I should know, but you should go watch it. Go ahead, dude.
Yeah.
I hate The Rock, just to let you know.
Then we can talk about What If season 3.
Mhm.
So Brian Andrews is leading the charge. I guess he's been there from the beginning. He says this is where crossovers with other animated series might happen. He doesn't want to spoil anything, but Marvel Zombies is coming.
Then he spoils
Well,
it.
we
I
knew
don't
that.
want to spoil anything, but by the way, you guys are getting Marvel Zombies.
Well, we already knew we were getting.
We
Marvel
knew we
Zombies.
were getting Marvel
Oh,
Zombies.
yeah.
We knew we were getting a whole series of zombies.
So
I just wish they would do more of what if stories like that aren't tied to the movies, like the MCU. Like, give me something different. Like, adapt some of the ones from the comics, even. Like, I don't know.
standalone stories, something
No,
like that.
I don't want that. No. I want them to take the ideas from the comics, maybe, and make them good.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, you want to do a straight adaptation.
Good ideas, but like the adaptation of it sucked. So, like, comics do it all the time. We're going to review a comic this week that took the same story they've done 100 times. They just did a job on it. But like, just take the story, give it to them. Let new people try to do it animated wise.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't do it like what if
animated
Venom
wise?
or She-Hulk was Venom, and it's like, well, what if She-Hulk happened to be walking down the street the same time that he got the Venom? Like, oh, thanks. That's your big creative input.
Yeah.
Like, what if she happened to be walking down the street when that happened? Cool.
Hey Joe,
No,
thank you for
I
the
want that, but
thank you for spoiling something that has been all over what's normal.
Yeah, well, same with this next one. The Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Basically, it's going to be about Peter Parker in high school. That's literally what he said.
We're getting this.
I think that's what this interview was about, and that's what me sharing this with you is because he's confirming that these things are all still happening.
Once again,
And-
like, go ahead and do this because you've done it 100 times. It's not something I want to see. I'd rather see what ifs redone than this bullshit again for the 800th time. So,
Right.
Well, I think
I know you would.
a little different.
It's because they want, just like that Spidey and Amazing Friends they did for little kids. This is probably going to be for another set of kids to watch Spider-Man.
hold on though. I actually enjoy that version, Spider-Man and the Amazing.
The Amazing Friends, yeah.
Not
You
just
might
that
enjoy
one,
this.
but the when they did what was the
Miss
one where
Kitty?
they did with the Squirrel Girl and it was Squirrel Girl and Miss I'm sorry, Gwen,
Captain
Spider
Marvel.
Gwen.
Oh,
What?
the Ms. Marvel. I mean, I'm sorry, Ms. Marvel.
And Ms. Was that Ms.
Ms.
Marvel? Yeah, it was
Marvel.
that 3-1. That was also cool too. Like
Yeah, that was
that's what I'm
Marvel-
saying. Like, do a different take.
Marvel
I
Rising?
see this motherfucker nerd in high school or grade school again for the 800th time get picked on by somebody.
Watch your language in front of the lady, punk!
Sorry. Damn. Well, it was 29 minutes, so that's pretty good.
You had one earlier too, but it's all right.
All right. But what I'm just saying is like that story's, and now that you've got Disney Plus, you can go watch that story already.
Yeah.
You can, but it's updated animation. That's all I can tell you. I mean, they have to keep Spider-Man relevant, and they're going to keep doing it. So
Yeah, you also got to tell stories that are
Joe's
more
breaking
in
news out
tune
here.
with
Breaking news.
in today's world. Like, we can't go off of like landline phones anymore. Like people have cell phones and things like that now. Like,
right.
It's just how the world is different.
Well, maybe they think it's a space age thing now with kids. Who knows?
The other update we got was about these two shows.
Oh, good Lord.
Wonder Man and Ironheart are still on track.
I know you guys were concerned. Don't worry. You're still getting these things you did not ask for.
Right. They're still on the way.
Don't worry. You're still getting them.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben dies. Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
he might
surprise.
not. He might not.
He will. He'll die. So here's the thing. Ironheart is asked for maybe 1% more than Wonder Man, which is asked for not at all.
I don't even know if that's true anymore. Have you seen the prices on like those Riri Williams first appearances? Like,
Oh, I don't think that's.
Oh my
I don't.
God.
No. I'm not saying in the. I'm not saying in the.
I know, but I'm just
I'm saying
saying
in the fandom market. Like, I think it's two completely different fandoms that like those two characters. And actually, I don't know if I'm gonna say this.
well,
and
that's my
some
point.
asshole that's
I
just gonna
think
say
there were
I'm
more
a Wonder Man.
speculator fans than there were actual fans of the character. So now
Yeah.
that we're at this point, that it's, I don't think there's anything left for this.
Yeah,
character.
but I mean, we're gonna get it from the one Wonder Man fan that's probably got 20 copies of the book, going like, "I'm the biggest fan of all time. He's the greatest character."
You'll see pictures on
was
social
in
media of
X
people with
Force
stacks
tweet.
of the first appearance.
We'll have BK looking up real quickly who Wonder
Hey,
Man is.
he was in
and
a
then
book we're
tell me
reviewing.
yes.
We got X Force. He was in X Force
Yeah,
this week.
was he though?
Yeah.
I mean, they drew him, but like, was he though?
Yeah,
There
did
wasn't
it?
anything. I mean, whatever.
He came back around. He was in more than one part.
Yeah, I think Ironheart's okay. She just isn't a lead character. Like, I like the concept of like if you just take. I'm saying take everything away from it. Just the concept of the character. Doesn't matter. I'm not talking gender wise or anything. Just the concept of the character is actually a solid concept.
Yeah.
As a Robin, not a Batman. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. But eventually, Robin goes off on its own and starts his own crew of people of similar aged.
once again, doesn't need a. She has to have.
Yeah, it depends on the Robin. Like,
Yeah, it depends on the
all
Robin. You know what I mean?
Robins.
And Robin's still. What I'm saying is Robin's still there. It doesn't that Dick Rider or Dick what left and then
No,
another
wrong
one left.
one.
Grayson, wrong universe.
Yeah, whatever. Some Dick left, some Dick's there, whatever. But what I'm saying is, the Robin character is still there. The Ironheart is a Robin type character. It's not a solo character, I think. Oh, he did.
I've just never been a Wonder Man fan, so I don't really care. I'll watch it,
Yeah.
but I don't care.
So I say also too here. This is a good point by Barlord. With Suri, why the hell did you need her to be in?
You didn't.
You didn't need her there,
Yeah, he's
They're
right there.
trying to rush her in, I think, so they could get to the show that they never got around to
Yeah,
doing.
assemble character. Yeah,
Well,
it's
now.
an assemble character. Yeah, it is an assemble character. Yeah.
Ensemble
What's not what I say?
assembled.
Oh,
Like
the
Avengers
just like the
assemble.
Avengers, man.
Yeah.
Assemble them up.
All right, let's talk about the other side here. We got a trailer for the Penguin. That happened like I think last Thursday or Friday.
Yep.
Colin Farrell's really, he's got to say it's dark. It's really dark and heavy, and he.
I like his De Niro impersonation. I think it's good.
I like this. I'm good with this.
It's
I'm
going to
good
be
with.
violent. It's going to be dark. It's going to be really heavy. It's.
Corbin, I guess
So
we
we'll-
did have. I guess we had DC news, and it's good. Like this,
Yeah.
like the Joker thing is like it's just not for me. Musicals
No,
in general
yeah.
typically aren't
I
for me,
could
but
care
like,
less.
yeah, that thing is just a pile of heat. Just set it on fire and see if it can burn down the building. But this is pretty solid.
He kind of does look like Tony Soprano. Good call, Sticks. In
Yeah,
this picture.
This trailer looked good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing this. I wasn't a huge fan of that last Batman movie. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
I liked it.
I thought it was okay. I mean,
It went a little. I will admit, it went a little long.
that was
I
my
will, like I always said, the keynote character in here, all the rest of them I thought were pretty good. I liked all of them. I liked the way they did. I just like, and I think Penguin was very intriguing. I think Riddler in it was very intriguing. I thought Selena was very intriguing in it. You know what I mean? The main character kind of.
Right.
Yeah, Tommy. How's the trip going, Tommy? Look at it, he's live. Tommy Longbox is live.
Oh dang! Oh yeah, that's awesome. Where are you at, Tommy?
He just needs some
part of
lunch
the
meat. You mean lunch meats, Joe? He just needs some lunch meats.
Gabagool.
Yes, gabagool. We also got a little
Give him the delis.
Coca-Cola? No, gabagool. Those don't match in any way. It's like reading a Marco text.
Make any sense? Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make any sense. So Spider-Verse dropped an animated short today. It has to do with Miles struggling to balance his responsibilities as a teenager, a friend, a student, while acting as Brooklyn's fun neighborhood Spider-Man. I read a little bit about it and didn't get a chance to watch it. It came out today. But there was something like he has a panic attack while he's trying to do a whole bunch of stuff, and he has to deal with that and then still deal with going to school. And so it's kind of like an after school special kind of thing. So
EBQ.
but it's on YouTube and it's free, so you can watch it.
Yeah, there's a lot of other good stuff that came out too. So if you've got time, I would suggest watching any of the other great stuff that came out today. Then this sounds. Yeah.
Fair enough. Albuquerque. Oh, nice.
Hold on. I'm gonna see if it's still open. If you're there, yes, it is, dude.
What?
You have to go. Hey, bro, Tommy, you have to go to the Albuquerque Rattlesnake Museum. You have to go, and hopefully it's as amazing as it was when I went there. It's like
probably exactly the same.
I missed that when I was in Albuquerque.
You have to go, dude. You have to go. You just it's a light. Yeah, it's one of those things you can't miss out on. But besides that, Kirky,
I missed it. I must have taken a wrong turn somewhere.
No, it's easy to miss.
Pismo Beach and all the clams you can eat.
No, like if you actually think if you might go and go like, there's no way this is it, and then you're like, oh, but it's so it. It is so it. It is so it. Yeah, check out the steaks. No, it's good. Yeah, you got to go, man. It's exactly what you think it is. It's even worse, but cool stuff.
All right. So Star Trek, Section 31 filming is complete, and our first look was revealed. This is the Michelle Yeoh starring movie. It's going to be on Paramount Plus. So they've decided that they're going to do.
I don't know.
Some creatures.
Emma Peel in Star Trek, and is
this movie about like metal-haired
mohawk
robots? Is this a robot movie?
I think so. I'm not sure.
The bad guy from Inspector Gadget,
Dr. Claw.
Could be.
Hey, what's good?
It could be. So what they're going to do here is make movies because it's quicker turnaround than TV seasons, and then they can highlight characters. So it's going to be a bunch of movies on Paramount. So,
bro, dude, Tommy, I don't know about you. I forgot to tell you this. Like, you should make sure you eat salads leading into Oklahoma and Texas, because
they don't have salads there.
Yeah, who needs salad for?
Down there, it's like all they got is steak. It gets heavy real quick.
Yeah, they have brisket too.
Fucks your bowels up. Yeah, maybe. I just remember going like, could I not have steak again? Because I'm good. Oh yeah, he did. He did. He should have. It was a good move. Sorry for you people that have to live in Albuquerque. I apologize if that's your life. All
right. Let's talk about this game that was had a trailer released today. It's called Marvel Rivals. If you saw the trailer, it was actually pretty cool. Good graphics, good. There was a choice of, I think there was 18 characters, and you had to pick 12 out of there. But it's like Overwatch type game. The people that worked on it did like that. So it's online, it's free to play, and there's 6-on-6. So like you're joining a team of 5 other people against 5 other, and everybody's Doctor Strange, Hulk, Spider-Man. There's a whole bunch of.
How the hell's it fair? Somebody Galactica.
Don't go there.
What's that?
I don't know. Bruce had put something.
Yeah. So yep. So let
me
me show you. Here were 3 of the characters that I noticed. What's that?
How's that fair?
So she is the games master. She's the one putting the people together. Yeah, she's not. You don't get not playable character.
Fair enough.
So she's the one talking. She's the one getting the people there. So that's why she's in there. And then a couple. Luna Snow was in there. I thought that was kind of cool. And Penny Parker which I thought was also really cool. And there's different, like, you know how in fighting games you have all the various locales. And here you had an Asgard that looked awesome with a tree, not the tree of giving, whatever the world tree. What is that called back there? Where Loki lives. That tree is there, and then there was also Tokyo 2099 was also one of the settings that you could play in as well. The trailer looked really fun. I don't know these like what it's going to be, but the people who have developed it have lots of experience making online games that are now making this game. And NetEase has done stuff with Marvel before. They did all those variant covers over the past few years. Those dual covers, they're really cool. So that's the same company, and they had that dual game. It was like a card game online, Marvel card game. So they had that as well. So NetEase and Marvel have a relationship that has been going on for a while. So this game looked good. If you want to join this alpha test that you can do, you can sign up to be chosen to be part of the test. So the game's still a little ways out because they haven't done.
Are they rebranding beta tests, or is it just?
I guess I don't know. It's past beta, I guess. I don't know. So,
yeah, Tommy, you got to go Jack in the Box tacos, so you know they're trash. If you get a chance to try Whataburger, it's trash. Like there's a lot of good trash you can try, regional trash out there. So.
Good trash? Nah, that's not good trash.
Huh? No, regional trash.
Where you get,
he's getting to the West Coast. He'll get In-N-Out Burger. Yeah,
you gotta get In-N-Out Burger. It's overrated. You know,
it is, but you still want to just do it.
It's still good. Yeah.
It's overrated, for sure. But
that's what I say. Jack in the Box, you get the tacos. They suck, but
I didn't like Jack in the Box.
That's what
I'm saying. But I don't want to waste
tacos. Who gets tacos at Jack in the Box? That's what you get there.
That's people. There's a whole thing. There's a whole board about you. Yeah.
I had a buddy who used to call it Jack in the Crack, but that's the only thing I know about Jack. I never ate there.
You what? You got a fan?
No, he's already in Albuquerque. He's already made it through Texas.
I didn't know
unless you're going. Which way are you going, Tommy? You going east or you heading west? Like which way?
Yeah. Hey, so Tommy, the big Texas restaurant, is that the one that's got the chairs in it and the clock? Because if it is, there's a movie you need to watch that's got John Candy in it. I should have told you to go there
Great
too.
Outdoors?
Which is the one where he's got to eat the whole steak, including the griddle?
That was in the Great Outdoors.
Yeah, Great Outdoors. Yeah, that
was supposed to take place in.
I know, but the restaurant's based off of that.
Up your way.
Yeah.
You ain't done yet.
You ain't done.
So Cheech and Chong will be in Call of Duty.
What?
So you guys playing Call of Duty? They will be available to buy in a tracer pack. Comes with 3 weapon blueprints.
I stopped at Spawn, so apparently I missed out on Cheech and Chong.
They will be on 420. They will be available with blueprints, a sticker, a decal, a loading screen, and a finishing move called the secondhand smoke.
Do I get a Corsican Brothers version of Cheech and Chong?
I might do it. I mean, I haven't played video games now because I started to play that card game thing. It's taken up a lot of time, but like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna rock and roll. I might rock and roll and play some Cheech and Chong.
I haven't played Call of Duty in months. Check it out.
Yeah, I've never played Call of Duty, so
I wasted a couple of months playing. Well, not wasted. Hogwarts Legacy. I played the Harry Potter game. It's actually pretty good, but it ate up a lot of time.
Yeah, once you start.
Thanks, Sticks. Corsican Brothers was good. Underrated.
All right, let's talk about some toys. We had a couple of interesting toy drops. We talked about this gentleman earlier. Apollo Creed and Rocky Balboa are getting McFarlane. It's movie maniacs, and that you'd be hard pressed to call them figures. They are little tiny statues. I don't think
they're PVC figures.
Yeah, they're actually PVC figures. They've gone back to the no articulation or anything. It doesn't look like there's any. It doesn't look like they move at all. But these are from the original Rocky movie, 1976. And they started today for $25.99.
I want the cutoff shirt from Rocky 3 though.
All you gotta say is
tomorrow, Rock.
Sometimes you get knocked down, but then you get knocked down again, and then you get knocked down again, and then
keep going.
You go and get knocked down again. Are we gonna get a Tommy Gunn? Are you gonna get a Tommy Gunn figure?
I don't know.
I hope not. That was one of the worst things I think I've ever seen.
Go ahead, hit me, I'll sue.
Hit me and I'll sue.
One more round.
That guy took my room. Like, come on, man. Like, oh, there's just some awful dialogue.
One more round. But
I did like
all
the
right.
Creepo line, and I did like the callback to the Creepo line in Rocky Balboa. But yeah, that Tommy Gunn one.
God bless Tommy Gunn.
Super
Oh,
7
shit.
is giving us Conan the Barbarian reaction figures.
Yeah, that's a reaction.
Yeah, they're like 3 3/4 inch reaction figures, and they're $20 each. Pre-orders are available now.
Oh my God, that's so.
They had
fun.
teased this last week sometime, and they finally revealed the actual figures today. Reaction's got like tons of figures out there.
We need James Earl Jones with the bangs. That's what we need. The helmet off so I can see those bangs.
Yeah, I don't think that helmet comes off.
That sucks. That's stupid.
That's a shame.
Yeah, unfortunate.
And the other dude looks like Hogan from Thor.
I mean, it's
the Warrior
Gilbert. I think it is Gilbert as Conan.
What does he have?
Yeah, I mean, these are
Oh,
super
that's
simple like
moving-
figures. They're like Star Wars retro collection, not vintage collection, but like, you know, they look like they were put out in the 70s.
Yeah, but that's when he was the pit fighter, though, I think.
Yeah, in the fight. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Conan, what is best in life? Caution enemies. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but go ahead.
So Mattel had this stream announcing a bunch of different stuff. They were kind of showcasing what's coming. There was a lot of He-Man stuff. I mean, like tons of He-Man stuff. The one thing that interested me slightly was this Voltron box of the Little People. I don't collect the Little People stuff, but just look really cool. Especially if you're into the Little People collector things. It's got the Voltron in there. It's a box set. It comes with all 5 figures. They've made a lot of cool Little People, like Stranger Things and The Office, and now they're doing Threat Level Midnight was in there, and there's the whole
Threat Level Midnight.
Yeah, Michael Scarn.
Do they have a gold face?
I don't know if there's a gold face in that one. There was 3 figures in there, so. But anyway, this was kind of cool. There's no information on price or when it's coming out. This was just part of their stream, and I actually watched the stream to get this shot for you, so I could show you the what it looked like with the little figures in it. Jakks Pacific now has a Simpsons license, and they're putting out different sets of figures. This was the one on the left was a teaser image. They're probably like 2-inch scale, but there's also going to be a more premium scale for collectors, and there's also going to be like statues and like props, like that Moe's phone on the right is like a light. Yeah.
Guys,
Amanda,
you know IP freely?
Do you know?
Can Jakks go back to making like figures like they did with the wrestling and back in the like just
They
the
did.
weird
They made the
concept
AEW
shit?
figures.
Yeah,
I want to make it like the weird concept shit like they used to. Like, didn't they make the sweating wrestler?
I think there was something like that. Now that you say that, I don't remember. But that sounds familiar.
Yeah. They made like a sweating wrestler.
Yeah, like
Sweated.
He loses himself,
and they couldn't bleed, but so they had to sweat.
Yeah, sweat.
So there will be a WonderCon, I guess, is this weekend, and so they Jakks Pacific has a panel at WonderCon, and they will be revealing.
Nothing says Easter like WonderCon.
Oh yeah, Easter weekend. Wow. They will be giving us more pictures and the different lines that they're going to be doing in the set. All right, let's talk about some comics.
I wouldn't mind getting a Santa's little helper to put up on the shelf.
Yeah, the old ones were cool too, but yeah, that's. I'm glad they're making them like individually. So. Okay.
That's mankind.
No, I think no, I think he's right.
Oh,
it was something to that effect.
DC has announced Joker the World hardcover.
They nicknamed it. Go ahead.
Swamp Ass Mankind. Just a hardcover from stories from around the world, 13 different countries.
Picture.
And we'll be getting. I guess they did a Batman one a little while back. Batman the World. They did really well. So now we're going to be getting a Joker version of that. The Joker interpretation of Joker from various artists and writers from around the world.
And we can find out why he's wearing a parka.
Right, because he's summer cold.
Great.
Wow.
That's got to be interesting.
Dark Horse Nemesis Rogues Gallery is coming out in July.
What in the shit did Jay Lee do there in the middle?
I don't know.
That's something.
I stepped in gum. Look, like really?
Look at it. Yeah.
We needed.
Yeah. So this continues the story from Nemesis Big Game, and Nemesis claws himself back from the brink. So this is at Dark Horse now. I don't believe it was at Dark Horse from the last series, but now Mark Miller is now at Dark Horse. Yep. So
that's not a great cover, and I like Jay Lee, but it
looks weird.
That's awkward. It's just odd.
Yeah.
Dark Horse is also giving us Gerard Way is coming back with Paranoid Gardens. So it's a new it's described as ER meets Doctor Who on acid.
Is Homer in that hedge? What the hell's going on there?
What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, ER was a television show. Doctor Who is also a television show. And then you put those two together on acid.
I don't know how they meet.
Well, there's a hospital involved in this show. Some kind of...
It's George Clooney is the doctor.
Paranormal, outer space related hospital. And that's why it's those things. But
what does it have to do with a gardener?
That I don't know. I just don't know. This is all I saw was this cover. And it's Gerard Way is a weirdo already. So.
And that second cover looks like one where you put like the little sticky things, like you can move them around. You can make your own cover.
It had a Milestone one of those back in the day.
They're like the Superman.
Yeah, the color forms. Yeah,
you
take them off and you put them on. Yeah, put them on there.
Well, it's something.
Yeah, definitely something.
It's a comic.
Yeah, maybe he's going for Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Here is our section announcing all your new printings. So Helen of Windhorn was such a big success that they are doing a second printing. And so for all of you fans who missed out and were clamoring for this book, don't worry.
There's a lot of detail on that cover. I don't think I noticed it in the
color version.
Yeah.
So so they're doing the black and white part.
There's a lot of pencil work going on there.
Man's Best is a Boom Studios series, and that's getting a second printing out on April 17th.
That's okay. I already read We 3.
Nice. Dune House of Corino, #1, also getting a second printing out on April 17th. That is also from Boom.
Does anybody read those Dune books? Because
they're on the shelves everywhere.
I feel like I'd be into
the first printing was sold out at the distributor, so they had to print it again.
Yeah, but it's all over the shelves.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll go get you one tomorrow, dude. How many copies you want? 1, 6?
No, just
12.
One's fine. I just
you sure
read is all I need.
I'll be honest. There's not 12. I think there's like 3 or 4 still on the shelf. Yeah.
So these were announced previously. Ultimate X-Men #1, third printing. This was the Sanford Green cover. We've talked about this already. We saw the 1 in 25 last week. And then this is the Symbiote Spider-Man 2099 #1.
25 is the cover A without the stuff.
Right, without the stuff around it, yeah. And Symbiote Spider-Man had also, we saw the Lashley 1 in 25 cover. We hadn't seen this #1, or this cover here, so the second print. And then same thing here.
Wait, we've seen that. I've seen that cover.
We didn't talk about it last week. So okay. It wasn't available for me last week.
That was available before with the little tickle.
Gotcha. The 2099 cover?
Yeah, the 2099.
Gotcha. Yes. And then so here is Ultimate Universe.
Hold on. Did the Ultimate X-Men second print cover come out already?
The second print, I think it might have, or it's coming out like this week or soon.
Yeah, that I don't know.
It bypassed. The second print, it's like an afterthought. They're
The second print, yeah, the second print was on sale before the first one even came out. So I don't know.
Are they trying to get? Are they trying to get the full? What the fuck? I don't care.
Yeah, no,
they got to get you that third.
Stop! I don't care. I don't
25.
care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't
no,
care.
second print will be out when issue 2
care.
comes out.
I don't care.
The same week issue 2 comes out, which maybe
I should have
next
asked
week.
the question. I'm sorry I asked that question. Terrible question. Terrible question. Nobody gives a shit.
They're really going back for this one?
Going back for the Ultimate Universe #1, second printing, Brian Hitch cover, and then 1 in 25, Stefan Caselli variant.
Interesting.
So yeah, people.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it's about time they go back to it, but we don't need an incentive.
Well, you're getting one.
Yeah, fair enough.
Somebody's getting one.
Fair enough. Just
okay.
jamming it down our throats. Take the incentive. You don't want
and with that, thank you for checking out the news.
Comic news done by the best. Corbin, I hope you're feeling better.
Thanks, Corbin. Yeah, I feel better, brother.
Well, what a low point to end us on. Dub, thanks a lot. That was just fucking mind-numbingly stupid.
Sorry, man.
Well, we had to get us back to comics since
comics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I tried to. That's my fault, actually. I shouldn't have asked that question. That was the worst question ever. So, I mean, just why?
Not helpful.
Yeah, not helpful at all. All right, Pete.
All right, let's
take
get
it or leave it.
into
Speaking
our
of new comic book week. Let's tell you about what we thought was good, what we thought was bad, and that Marco's the only one that read every comic this week.
Yep, but I'm going to run the thing.
Hey, we have a special guest. What
And
time?
look who's
And
joined us.
he took off. No, he took off. He came
out.
Why did he take off? Special
I don't
guest took
know.
off. I want to know if he read any of these books. Get back out of here, special guest. Text him. Is his internet still broken? Spoiler
No,
alert.
I hope not.
All right, let's get to take.
I'm sure he's heard us.
I'm just gonna text him.
Take it or leave it. Here
He's
we go.
back. No, he heard us now. He left.
He
They came
again.
back, and now he's left. Are you here? Is your internet working? Give me a thumbs up if your
Come
internet
on
working.
in. You can come on in. We'll get the
He
G.I.
can't. He
Joe
doesn't have
next.
access to it. Hey, Dom.
What's
What's up?
up, man? How
Does
you
your
doing?
internet work? Did you read any books this week?
No,
Or you haven't got a chance yet?
I haven't had a chance yet. Just been busy freaking work.
Good.
I hear you.
We will go over books. It's going to be short anyways because not a lot of people will be ranking them this week. But let's go into Pete.
I only missed one. I did read 4 of the 5. I did miss one this
up,
week.
Zach?
I will admit it.
Come on in, Zach. Zach, send a thing. I'll send you the link. You can come on in. I don't care. All right, take it or leave
Zach,
it.
you want to hop on?
Yeah,
I don't
let
know if
Zaggy
I want
come in.
Zaggy here talking
I
shit
do
on
want
Zoom.
Zaggy. Zaggy's hilarious. All right.
All right, our first book.
Yep, let's see what's going on.
All right, tell us about all the copies you stumbled over at the LCS because nobody was buying them. Go ahead.
Yeah, nobody's buying this book. No, I feel bad. Like, I do feel bad for some of these stores because
Sorry.
I think they've been given this false hope, because of that narrative that I said was dangerous when people are like, yeah, it's because everybody loves this book and they're buying it, and 70-year-olds are telling people it's the greatest thing ever, and they woke up on their deathbed to come into the store and just proclaim like the fucking like Tiny Tim in the middle of the fucking road that Ultimate Spider-Man's the greatest comic book ever written. Like, that's not true. And you're seeing it at this book, apparently.
You're being a bit harsh.
Wait, Ultimate Spider-Man's not the greatest comic ever written?
Well, I mean, no,
it's
I'm
not
just
the
saying,
greatest
like,
comic
this
ever.
book right here, this was generic. It's not just Marvel's fault. We could talk about it later, but this is generic. Was it not generic?
You know, listen, I don't know, man.
Not enough happened. That's all. It's
It's
just
the second
they're
tongue
really
of the Messiah
dragging their feet.
book. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I read the book.
Story out like,
He read
come
the
on, like literally, like not much actually happens in the book.
Nothing
That's the
happened
problem.
really in
I
there.
don't have
There
a
was-
problem with what happens. Like you can say generic, cliched, whatever. Yeah, it's kind of expected, but it's
Yeah, they did this.
You
They
remember
did the
TV
suit
show
thing, I
episodes?
guess.
I'd be pissed. I'd be like, what the hell happened? Like, wait, there's not more?
Right. It was really quick. Like you say, it wasn't much that happened in the book. Like, I think they could have
Barlord,
gone on
where
for
are
at
you,
least
Barlord?
10, 15.
I want to know where this state is that he had cover A's picked over, because there was shit tons of cover A's at 4:00. So I don't know. Go ahead. Nothing happened. Yeah, Dub, go ahead.
It could have been 10 more pages, or, like half. I felt like I only read half a book because there wasn't much there. So, like, I don't know. Like, the story, I understand what you're saying. It was kind of cliche, but I mean, for
That's
this
fine, we're
universe,
still kind of
they're
in
trying
the-
to make things different. Yeah.
I know.
But they wasted, like, Pete's right. They wasted, like, a huge portion on. I'm trying not to. Well, it's not much to fucking spoil.
I'm not saying
But,
they
like-
wasted. It's just we didn't.
Well, I
progress
mean, like,
much.
I get the cutiness of the suit thing with the daughter. Okay,
Yeah, you
but,
got
like,
that. And
you got that. But then, like, the whole thing, like,
Uncle, and J. Joe. All right, that we know they're getting there. They're moving forward. They got the next step in their process. And hey, you gotta address the character on the front, so they gotta meet. Cool, all that happens, but that's all that happens. Like,
yeah, but the character on the front isn't a new character. Whatever. All right.
None of these characters are in front of
Yeah, none of them are new.
No.
Nobody's new.
Bullseye and Green Goblin.
Yeah, they're not new, but they're new versions, I guess. It's a different universe. It's playing out differently than it did before, which I get it.
Is it
get to it, 'cause
kind
the
of
next
though?
book is
We've never had a good version of the Green Goblin.
Well, the
Before.
Gold Goblin, Norman Osborn played good. In the
Yeah.
comics.
Well,
I mean, it's kind of like what I was saying about What If. It was kind of like I was saying about What If. I don't want them to read. I want to see a different person's take on it, but I don't want to be so similar. And this seems just like I don't know, man.
No, well, it's Harry though. It's not to spoil things. I mean, I think everybody pretty much figured that out. If you read the solicitation, you know who the hell the character is. It's not Norman.
Well, Norman's
Right.
going to show up later on, even though he's dead.
I don't know. We don't know. I don't know where Norman is yet in this.
Yeah, we're spoiling this too much. We're some people.
All right, yeah. Let's leave. I'm
All right.
giving it for me. I'm like a halfie just because I like what they're doing. It's just they're not giving me enough.
Hey, good.
This should be like part of the last issue. Like they're stretching things out too much.
Listen, I read the first issue. I didn't read the last two, but doesn't it seem like the stories are like cut, like less pages?
No, there's just less stuff in there.
They're just lingering too long.
It's just that's what I'm saying. Like you're like, why? Like
It feels like less pages, but yeah.
Dom, thank you for bringing that up. I think if you would have combined 1, 2, and 3, this would have actually been a good read. If you actually took the the portions that are of relevance out of these 3 books, I think I'm giving it a thumbs down. I mean, it's trash. It's just like I don't know how you could say the book's boring as shit and then even give it a half-word thumb. Like
I didn't say it was boring. I'm just saying there just wasn't enough. That's all. I mean, that's different.
He's semi-flaccid.
I was fine with what was there. There just wasn't enough. Like,
What did they come out with the trade paperback?
Your point. If this was the first, if you take the first 3 issues, put them together, it's a double size. It's a oversized first.
Not
edition.
even oversized. No.
Great.
You cut out. If you cut out 10 pages in each of those books and put all 3
It
books
still would
together.
be oversized though.
Oh yeah. Okay. Fair.
No, I'm saying we can only cut so much. This is still 66 pages. We can only trim so much
Rob.
and have it be coherent.
That's honesty. Like that's what we're doing at this. This is what we're doing.
But where were you at, Dub? I know
Dishonesty.
Dom. I know you didn't read it, so you don't have to give
I'm
the rating on this one.
I don't hate it as much as Marco did, but I didn't. There's not enough for me to like in this, so it's
That's what I'm saying. I'm not like
Yeah.
hating it. Like
Yeah,
it's the
that's-
worst. I've read
that's
much worse. I've read much worse this week.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if it's to pick it up, I'm not picking up 4. We're not going to review 4.
Well, we might not review, but I'm still getting 4.
Yeah, like
But
I'm
that's
not
just
getting
me.
like that's the whole point. Is would you pick it up the next? I'm not picking up the next issue. I'm just not.
Overall,
I,
like, you guys
I felt like I wasted money on this issue. I'll be
I
honest.
do like
felt
the Goblin covers. I collect like the Goblin.
You just like Goblin though.
you
Yeah,
just
I do.
Yeah, I mean, it just wasn't enough.
nothing
there
wrong
for me
with
to-
that. That's what I like.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's not. I can. I'll get it out of the
I'm
dog.
interested to see what happens next issue, but I'm not like super excited about it or anything. I'll check it out.
Fair enough.
Okay, if you got 5 books, in a pile, right in your pile.
This one has
What's-
fallen down. This I'll admit. This
Yeah,
is
that's what I'm
fallen
saying.
down.
Like this is in the 5 spot.
In
It's
the 5
spot.
Yeah,
It's
this
the
is
5
moved
hole.
down. Well, it depends
isn't
on the
good.
pile. Because
Well, yeah. This week it's probably 4.
Yeah, we're talking about this pile. It's going to
Is it
be
fun?
ahead of issue 2 of this.
Yeah. I see. I have it at the same level. Like this is a pick 'em between.
It's
this
not a
and,
pick 'em.
No,
You know,
not for me either.
here's the reason why. I know what you're gonna say. Like we're talking
It's
about
the same
alternate
thing.
universe,
Yeah, same thing.
retellings, etc. I
Same
get that, but the point is, Batman. They've already played this card a million goddamn.
But they've
times.
done it with. They've
We've
done
got
that with
Batman
Spider.
all over the
Hold on
place.
now. Hold on now. They
We
more.
don't have as many Spideys. No, we don't. I'm not talking about all the weird, Spider-Man and I'm not talking about this Edge of Spider-Verse. I'm not talking about that. That's different. This is basically retelling the same story we all know.
I mean, we've had the retelling before of Spider-Man 2. Maybe not as much, but then again,
that's what I'm saying. Not as much.
Fuck! I'm not trying to defend how shitty this book was too. Shit. Thumbs down. This book's shit too. That book's shit. There's the same amount of shit. I'm not gonna say which shit smells a little bit less, which is a little fresher shit. It's shit. Both are shit. So like,
I like all red art. I know
if you like Batman, if you like the retelling of Spider-Man and Batman 1,000 fucking times over, with just the least bit of changing, the very bare bones fucking minimum of retelling the same fucking story, then you love both these books. But I don't like that.
Is this Batman like year one?
No,
this to me,
it's not that slight of a difference. I mean, they sent Bruce Wayne to prison for God's sakes.
Yeah, so for me, this was
what if
like Ultimate Batman. This is what they're redoing. They're doing Ultimate Batman.
It's Ultimate Batman.
However, it wasn't. Besides the art, there wasn't anything interesting to me.
No, there wasn't.
In this book. The art was. I did like the art.
Yeah,
some
art
of
was
it.
fine.
All red was okay. It wasn't hard to follow, but it wasn't like I'm not going to pick up the next. I'm going to pick up the next issue of Spider-Man. I'm not going to pick up next.
Hey,
issue.
listen to me right now. If you're a Spider-Man fan and you're a Batman fan, you're going to pick both these books up.
I'm a fan of both.
Yeah,
of those characters.
I am a fan of both, but I'm not.
If you're not, like, you're just. I mean, it's like, okay, I already read this story. You didn't make it a. You haven't made.
I'm still getting issue.
Exciting.
I am still getting issue 4 of Ultimate Spider-Man. I am not getting issue 2 of this. It's not.
Yeah, I'm not getting either. Thumbs down. I'm not getting either. They're both trash. Throw them away. The only thing I'll say is the art was okay in this one, at least.
Dub,
I'm not getting it either.
I'm done.
Yeah.
And Dom, we already know you didn't get to this week's book.
Yeah, it's 4A or 4B for me. Neither one matters.
This
both are in the 5 cents.
I can say one thing, man. Thank God I don't click Batman covers.
Yeah, thank God you don't collect Batman covers.
Exactly.
Oh my God, you would.
Oh,
yeah, I read this first. This was the first book that I read today, and I just I'm glad that I did.
No, I read X-Force first today.
See, maybe that's why, because I think I read Ultimate first, so maybe it's like
I want that book.
Here's the one I wanted to read, but I didn't get my books today. I didn't get this book yet today. I pre-ordered it, but I did not get that in.
It's like the 1 in 25, right?
No, this is just the
B cover.
This
is B cover.
This is just the B cover. I picked this one because it's the B cover, and I like these. I'm a fan of the movie poster homages, even on the dog. I'll admit it, I like it, but I don't know. I didn't get to read this.
This is what I'll say, and you guys know this from some of the chats. I was nervous about this book because I was worried that it would play the exact same notes that we saw in Last Stray Dogs. And I thoroughly enjoy.
That's my concern as well.
Not just the way not just the stuff they produce, but I'll be honest. I like Tony and Trish, and I know them. I sat down with meals with them before, whatever. So I was kind of nervous that this was going to be on the same thing, and it'd be stale, kind of like I just had to rank the other two. But it wasn't. I will tell you that the art on this was, even though had the typical Trish Foster's Dub, say how the style. I don't remember what the style is.
It's like Don Bluth, Disney animated,
right. But for some reason, the different coloring to it or whatever, I don't want to say that Street looked a little bit more street level, and this looked more polished, but it looks very vibrant. It's very polished. It looks very nice. Also, too, not to give it away, but yeah, where it says the scratches thing, like it does have a very another horror-based genre that they're going after in this one, and one that I thoroughly enjoy. One that I like, a Pittsburgh version, a Pennsylvania version of horror. And it's going that way. And it's super cool how they did it. They actually did a really good job. They probably, for somebody who had maybe mid-level expectations for them, I think they blew it out of the water. Let's see how the rest go for this. But for issue number 1, they didn't give it away. They did a great job with it.
I think I know where you're going, but I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, it's really tough. It's really tough to when you hit a genre and you do one and you come up with a second volume, or you do like, let's be honest. We thought this was just going to be a knockoff Stray Dogs with Cats, right? Is that what we thought?
I was just worried that it would be something like that. But thankfully,
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I think a lot of general people are like, oh, well, it's just going to be Stray Dogs with Cat. It isn't. And like, that's the weirdest thing. But it's not just that it's not Stray Dogs with Cats. Like, Trish's art is different. Like, it's just different. It's hard to explain, but it's different, and not in a bad way. It's like in a great way. It's different. And the writing was good. I mean, the writing's good. So like, you have to worry about those two things. With this book, you have zero concerns. The only thing I'll tell you is disappointed was like when it ended, just like Stray Dogs. If you remember that, I was like, damn it, dude, give me 3 more pages.
Yeah,
three more pages, man. So like
that's the good. That's what you want. You want more.
The one thing that really worked, and you see it and it maybe not in all the styles that Tony has done before and everything else, because some of them are different styles of books. But the thing that he did really good in Stray Dogs, he does again here, and then combining that with the art style being more vibrant for this, where you would think that they would do a toned down version, like they use kind of that horror toned down version of. Man, bro, if you haven't picked it up, I don't care what cover you pick up a cover of this, read it. It's worth the read. You're not going to be disappointed.
I want this cover. I want this cover. And then
this is the one I ordered. So this is the one that's on its way.
Well, Dom, what I want you to do is not just buy the cover. I want you to actually read the book.
No, I want to read it. It's just like Lucifer's always saying, I never read comics. I haven't read comics. I'll be honest with you, I haven't read comics in a while. Since I cut back on a lot of stuff, with the whole comic book thing, I had to stop, but here and there, I'll get my books.
We need to get Dom a tablet. That's what we need.
Yeah, I have a tablet. I have a bunch of shit. I gotta get the reading stuff online again. Do that if I can't get the book.
Exactly.
I know people want to collect all the covers. If you're gonna collect all the covers, it's cool. It's gonna get harder because these covers are cool. I will tell you, the couple stores I went to, obviously I had one of these pulled, but then I went and got a second one. And at that store, which had many Ultimate Spider-Man A covers, they had one of these left. So I left it so that somebody else could buy it. They were out. That's not nice. Bruce. But I will tell you that the inside, it's rare. I read Ultimate first. I was nervous about picking this book up just because I hate it if it didn't turn out good.
I'm with you too, Rob. You just let it go. Read the things you want. Like, don't feel obligated. Like, read the things you want first.
Yeah. This is one that you should put up.
I feel a lot better about my backlog. I do it every week when I talk about
this is what I'm going to tell you.
Pile. I haven't read Monstrous in months.
Yeah.
But it's still in my reading pile because I'll catch up eventually.
But when you read something, when you need a palate cleanser, because there was that book that I didn't like so much, and Batman this week didn't hurt so bad because I read this in between. And when you read a good palate cleanser in between, and actually probably I didn't read this right Batman next. The next book I read was the X-Force book. So I might have a little bit more
that's
cheery disposition towards that book after reading this book. But like, yeah, man, I mean, this is a good one. They hit it. They did a good job. Give them their flowers.
I was hoping I could get a hold of this before I got here, but I didn't have time to stop at a shop today, and my copy didn't get delivered.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to hear what you guys say. You guys can let me know in the personal chat. Yeah, dude. I mean, I think like I was going to try to do the thing where I hold it up and they're like, hey, did you see, look, here's the inside of the book. You can read it this way, Pete. It's good. You know what I mean? But you just can't, it's not going to translate.
No, I want to enjoy it on my own, and I will. But this was the first one I did read this week.
I'll tell you that. Hold on real quickly. BK, one of the books people were asking about was the reprints for this. They really were at the shop today again.
They were asking for them?
They were. X-Force 50, it's the end. It's 50. Not this book. They're asking for Beneath the Trees, just so to be clear.
Yeah, this is it, right?
Yeah, this is it. They're gonna restart it up and reload it.
Yeah,
It's surprising now that Marvel's got to 50.
I'm sorry. Quick question, real quick. I know
Yeah.
I haven't read X-Men in a while. I haven't read books, but X-Men I haven't read in a long time. Omega Red's part of the X-Men team now?
No, this is X-Force.
He's part of
X-Force,
X-Force.
but he's part.
He's kind of part of the team that's fighting. So they have this Orca thing, that
Orcus.
it's like Orcus, which
Right,
is like
it's
this
like
big bad
Yeah, they're humans
Sentinel
who don't
program
like mutants.
thing. It's
They're the
kinda
good
like
guys.
the good bad guys again, whatever. And he's because of that, they team up. He actually does all right here. They're actually developing that character more than they've developed him in a lot of years. That's okay. Wonder Man's in this book for no
They seem
reason.
to be drawing Omega Red bigger than Colossus, though, which was kind of
I
strange.
know, right?
Yeah.
Like he was like a beast inside this book. I'm like, whoa, hold on. Like
I thought there was going to be a ton of like just great action and like maybe it doesn't because it doesn't matter dying off or something, some ending that was like, oh my gosh, cool way to end. And it wasn't. Once again, though, I read Feral right before this, so I was like, yo, dude, like it wasn't terrible, but
this wasn't terrible. But
it kind of
also, I didn't feel lost, even though I have not been reading X-Force. I've not been keeping up with X-Force. I did feel like I was quickly able to acclimate myself to the story. Like, okay, all right, we got a beast chasing down another beast. All right, I guess there's two beasts right now.
That was kind of stupid too.
Yeah, we got beast chasing down beast. Wonder Man's helping him out. We got people chasing him and what have you. But
I think if Beast killed Feral Beast, that's what that beast was, unfortunately. I'm not trying to be funny here. I think it would have made the book better. Like just kill off the Feral Beast.
No, he was trying to, but that's not Beast's way. He was trying to
have Wolverine do it.
Save himself.
Have Wolverine kill the.
Is it the original beast, the gray fur beast, or the blue beast?
It's blue. It's original. It's original gray beast with blue fur.
Oh, okay.
It's Blue Beast, and then I guess the good one was the new version, the reboot from
the good one's the good.
The good one's the reboot, right? Because he brought him back from
kind of, yeah.
The gold balls.
Yeah,
bring anybody back kind of thing.
The blue one's technically the less feral of the two, but is like
wasn't feral.
Yeah, no,
that guy was not feral.
Two X-Men fans trying to explain one character, unable to do it.
No, but that's why I said
one character
that's what
in one book, unable to explain it.
Hold on. It's
then
the
you wonder
same.
why I don't read X-Men.
First off, it's two characters, and they're they're the same character. They're just one earlier version of it and a later version of it. And they should have killed the earlier version because that's a retcon version, anyways. So
he's a clone. He's a reboot, whatever you want to call it, whatever.
Yeah, they made him more beastie, like animal-wise. Feral. I think they actually used the word feral in that fucking comic.
Well, it's because you want to say Dark Beast, but it's not Dark Beast.
It's not Dark Beast.
That's a completely different character.
Yeah, that's a different.
Okay.
It was not Dark Beast.
You want to say it, but it's not.
It's not Gray Beast. It's not Dark Beast. It's not Human Beast, and it's not X-Men. Giant Size X-Men Beast. Man. It's a different beast.
It'll give you.
But Giant Size X-Men Beast is in there, by the way.
Okay. So now wait, on the cover, is that Jubilee with Wolverine? Who's the girl with the jacket with the glasses?
Sage.
Paige?
Is that who that was?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you even read this book?
I did, but they didn't really give her much to do.
Like this.
Wonder Man was in it more.
Like this, baby. It's actually, as we're talking about this book is turning down. It was here. It was here.
I'm like there. I'm crooked because I followed.
I'm 100% sideways crooked on this book.
Oh, you were 100% sideways.
Yeah, I definitely tell you this. Thank God I don't collect Wolverine covers. Just the colors on every fucking.
All right.
Oh man!
But it still ends up on the side.
I guess. I mean, it's the last one for a while. And you could jump on and read it. All right, what's next?
We got one more book. We only got one more.
Is that a solo thumb?
Yeah.
Duke.
Oh.
Okay.
Fucking 2 thumbs up.
Yep.
When I'm wrong, I'm going to tell you I'm wrong. I said we don't need a Duke title.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I was wrong. I was so.
I'm going to give a thumbs up on this too because I read the first 3 issues on this. I can tell you that.
You're going to like this one too, Dom.
Yes.
I really thought there was a part there where I was like,
Yep.
There's a part there I was like, okay, this might get corny, and then it didn't. And
Didn't. Like, that's the whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
at any point during this series, all right, when's it going to get cheesy? When's it going to turn to that? And at no point does that
that
happen.
last page, holy shit, that last page. Again!
Isn't what
Yeah.
you expected, right? It's like,
No!
ooh.
No.
I thought it was no.
Big
No.
surprise.
Yeah, AOA probably is cheering.
You'll like
AOA
it, Dom. You'll like it. You'll like it.
Bro, you'll like it.
You'll
I
catch
gotta
up.
I don't know
You'll
if
like it.
AOA
You'll
is cheering though, because it's not his Duke, right? It's like actually like Duke probably is not the best part of this. I think that's probably why it's good.
I just like the whole the fundamentals of the Cobra Rising. That
Don't
What are you, a
Cobra
big
Rising.
Clutch fan? Was that what?
No. But the Major Blood section of this was fucking dope. The the Baroness section was funny as shit.
His eye.
I love the Major Blood stuff. The blood. He has his own group called the Blood. I like that.
It's interesting what happens to this issue.
That's really cool.
Yeah, Dom, you'll like this. When you get
Is it
around to
on
this, you'll like this. You'll
Okay.
like
Yeah,
it.
we're not gonna say this is not spoiler. Dude,
I don't want to
so we're not gonna
spoil
tell
it.
you
We
anything.
don't want to spoil it, and I don't want to give you time.
But Dom, you're gonna like this one. This is
You're
good.
gonna like this one. This
The
one.
way they're bringing in characters, the way they're bringing in the different vehicles and different things like that they're introducing,
Matthew.
and they throw in little bits and pieces of the whole universe thing as well.
They do nostalgia thing with it,
and they're just doing such a good job.
You,
I never thought again that I would say
doesn't
anything
feel
positive about
vanilla.
it.
They
Yeah.
do stuff.
Vanilla
They
here.
do. It's because they don't feature them a lot. Let's be honest. They do stuff that you
Featured plenty. You just
They
don't
do-
mind it. That's all.
they do stuff that you're like is going to happen, but you somehow are not expecting to happen when it happens, and you're like, oh, that makes sense.
So they make Duke very. They make it Duke very.
How
interesting.
wild? How
Interesting, yes. Never been
It
in.
is
How
interesting.
wild is this week? This week, the Independents by far crushed the regular publishers. And by the way, none of them. None of
So
the books
you consider this an independent?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
It's the leading.
I don't think this is an independent. It's Image Comics, it's Big Three, and it's Hasbro, like Duke, G.I. Joe. This is not an independent. I don't think it's independent. I mean,
Hey, it didn't work when it was at other people's hands. Let's just put it that way.
that's fair.
So
It didn't work as well.
But this is a bigger publisher, though.
But here is another point that we're kind of missing.
Yeah, publishing doesn't constrict how you tell the story.
Yeah, because
Goddamn comic book, you can write and draw whatever the hell you want. Only your imagination is your only limitation.
Yeah, who's writing it and what they're. It's all.
if you
To quote my friend right here, it's all about the writing. It's good writing.
I'm still, I'm still that like really amazed that Image got the rights to this stuff and doing it, and they're doing it right. I'm just trying to think how the hell they're going to connect. Well, they have the original ongoing series, and then make a brand.
I don't think they're going to connect those two because those two are kind of different.
Yeah. Are they going to
still
stop
doing
that?
the IDW run, but it's separate than this.
Yeah, no, I think they're just doing these offs, which are probably the better part of it.
This, like Dom, like this and Transformers and like Void Rivals are part of this new universe.
Yeah.
The redoing or the continuation of like 306 and 305, like those are telling the old universe stuff. It's separate. It is separate from this.
Do you think that eventually they'll catch up? Like they'll do some stuff like eventually?
Yeah, I think they'll just kind of let them be their own thing.
Own things.
I don't know if they'll continue both the whole time. They might pause on the Larry Hama stuff and just give them a break.
They might because this stuff is going hot. Hey, could you go back? Look at how interesting this is. Duke, right? Like, let's get this. Duke, go back.
All right. Well, I just want to say, like with the Duke, like without trying to spoil things, like think of you're also talking crap about Duke being vanilla too, and he's not the most interesting character. You're saying he's in the back burner, but think of how he played out with Baroness in this issue. Like he didn't play out like a vanilla character would play out.
He had 4 good pages. He did have 4 good pages.
You know what I'm saying? Like the way they're handling him, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, there's so much stuff in there. Okay, get rid of X-Force, but you got Duke. Okay, now you got Farrell, and then go back.
I know I'm going.
Batman. One more. You know what all 4 of these books have in common?
Spider-Man, Batman.
They came out this week.
Nope. Besides that,
Arrow.
none of them are original. They're different takes on a concept, but none of them are original. And whoever's doing the writing, who is doing the writing on, like obviously Tony's doing a great job on that. And Trish's doing a great job with the art. Who's doing the art and the writing on G.I. Joe?
Williamson's doing the writing. Josh Williamson.
Yeah, and who's doing the art? Because I think the art is having a lot to do with it too.
Tom Riley.
Because I did like the art,
and I don't know much about Tom Riley.
I did like the art on the DC stuff, but it did feel semi-generic. And Marvel, with the Spider-Man thing, it's just like it is generic. So like that's what I'm saying. Like these two books, like hats off. It's not like it's that different. It's not like we're reinventing the wheel here. They're just doing a better job coming up with a new version of the wheel.
Now you see, you have some good writing in these books.
It's not just the writing, though. It's the art. The art goes with the writing.
Movie genre to make better movies.
We're seeing good movies too, though.
I'm just saying.
Like X-Men '97. What are you saying?
Oh, I'm saying stuff like this, like the stuff that we're enjoying, like the
like X-Men '97. That's good. That's good writing.
Why can't they?
We'll get to that right now.
A bunch of other stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Also, Dom.
Hey, what's up?
Bad Batch for Sunday.
Yeah, Dom. No Bad Batch talking to.
Yeah, save Bad Batch for Sunday.
I'm not talking about Bad Batch.
I know.
But I mean, even Dune, like you say that, but like Dune hit again. Dune 2 hit again this week. It's doing well. There is good stuff out there. Go ahead. Let's see what we got. Oh, so we're talking about X-Men. Yeah.
Well, now we can talk about, but I didn't get to watch it.
Go ahead.
I didn't watch it either.
Go ahead, Doug.
Tom Riley currently resides in the great state of Michigan in Ypsilanti. Just FYI.
What's he doing?
Michiganders.
He's the artist of Duke.
Artist of Duke.
Shit, let's go down. Hey, Gabriel's out there. Legit, bro. You ever have a Gabriel hoagie before?
Nope, I have not.
Ooh, bro.
Been to Sidetracks?
Bro.
And the worst bar.
Yeah, Sidetracks sucks, dude.
Yeah,
I got so many brawls in Sidetracks.
Wait, what did you call it?
So many fights in Sidetrack.
Sidetrack?
Sandwich?
A hoagie?
Thank you.
Well, that's what that sandwich that they have is a hoagie there. It's a steak hoagie.
All right. Just want to make sure. I just want to make sure we clarify because I don't know if Dom being up towards New York, he wants to go the sub route.
No, a sub's a different thing.
That sandwich is a hoagie. It's a hoagie.
No, a sub is a different thing than a hoagie. Okay. Anyways, X-Men '97 for those that didn't watch it. As somebody mentioned earlier,
it's true.
It is. Yeah. As somebody mentioned earlier, like if you thought the first two were good, lights out, bro. Lights out. Lights out.
Oh, I hate that. I missed it.
Well, like I said, I was planning on watching it.
There's no mid drifts. There's no bullshit.
Off on the couch.
No cutoff. No cutoff
things. You don't have to comment on people's butts on this one. Like this is Dom, good writing. Like, and by the way, they adapted a couple storylines here, fast forwarded it, threw a bunch together, and then, dude, they did Easter egg fan casting, like fanboy girl bullshit, and they did it in a way where like you're like, we get to see this character, but we get to see it in a really interesting way. And then did it so that like if you're a fan of that character, you're gonna be happy. And I'm just talking about the cameos. I'm not talking about like the actual characters that they did there with that story. The only disappointing part is this. The next one is going to be a Jubilee-based storyline about she gets put into an 18-bit game, which I think I'm going to be excited about too, because I think I know what that means, but I'm not going to theorize. Game? Yeah, because
you think your boy's coming, don't you?
I think my boy's coming.
Mojo.
16-bit?
What'd you say?
No, I think they said 6. It should be 16, but I think they did say 18-bit.
Dom, what'd you say?
I said Mojo Arcade.
Yeah, that's Marco's boy.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Because long shot, you get long shot if you get Mojo.
Yeah.
What is Kyle's nonsense saying? Kyle's always definitely thumbs up. Everybody that saw this is the talk of the town today.
Is there any signs of Mr. Sinister?
I'm not. This is not a spoiler.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying any. I haven't seen it. We'll see.
Maybe there is, and maybe there isn't. We don't know.
I don't know. I didn't see
it either. So
this is Take it or leave it. This is not spoiler time,
Okay.
so I won't tell you what it is.
Look,
I'm
will
going to
say
tell you though. Every character that shows up is amazing. By the
That's
way,
what I'm
maybe
saying,
stick
Phil.
around
Yeah.
for Under the Radar. Might answer some of your questions, Dom. Dom's not quite aware of how TAC works. Very organized show.
Well, he hasn't been here in a while. It's
Hey,
been a while since Tom's been here on Wednesday.
I really do think it said 18-bit in the thing, so it's like a put on. But whatever.
Maybe that's something in the
Maybe
X-Men
that's a Mojo.
97
That's what I'm
universe
saying.
because that's not a thing.
That's what I was
yeah.
saying. I was like, maybe it's like a Mojo. Like, I think it's not talking about a real realm, hinting towards maybe something.
I'll say this is a case where I'm kind of happy. I'm a little behind because what I got to look forward to is I got to look forward to a new episode of Shogun tomorrow and a new X-Men 97 tomorrow.
Oh, Shogun dope
and
again.
Bad Batch. Like, I'm
again.
working from home. Like, I had to go in the last 3 days, so working from home tomorrow. I can't wait.
Bro, Shogun again. You can watch Shogun a day early.
I know I could have. I thought about watching it last
Yeah.
night, but I was kind of tired.
Yeah.
I instead opted to go another route and watch just something to kind of wind
I have to
down.
fast. I have to fast all week. So like when I eat dinner, I watch these shows, and it just makes it enjoyable. It makes the day enjoyable. So.
I almost I was gonna start
Except for
X-Men
when
97
Kyle
today.
calls me 3 freaking times, and then Matt decides to text me 100 times to ask for favors while I'm trying to read subtitles.
I just knew I didn't have enough time to finish X-Men 97. I was like, I could watch it before, like my wife was cooking dinner and like my son, he was grabbing his shower, and I'm like, I could watch this now. I was like, but I know I only got like 15, 20 minutes. Like, I'm not gonna be able to finish it.
what are they, 25
Do I
minutes?
start
and a
it?
half hour?
Do I start it? And I said, no, I'm going to save it so I can watch it start to finish
It
tomorrow.
was like 40 an hour. Joe, the problem with Shogun was like, I went back, I was like, wait a minute with this episode. And then I went back and watched some of the old stuff. I was like, damn, that's what was different there. But like, it's still cool.
Steve, absolutely. That's why I don't
Yeah.
want to mess around with Shogun.
That's why I was
You
very
need to be
short.
focused because I want to read the subtitles.
Yeah, I was very short last night with answers. And then like today it took over too, because I was like, man, I was still ticked about last night not being able to read.
Like I gotta be focused to read the
have to
subtitles. I ain't
rewind.
watching
Yeah.
the dub version.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
watch
get in on it. Really don't know. But hey, it's still once again, Dom, you can't complain because when you say, oh, if only they'd write good stuff or come out with good, there is great content out there right now. And these two shows, you get an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes of just pure bliss.
I'm saying the good shows. You know what? It's perfect. There is a lot of good shows out there. My wife has been watching a lot of stuff from Netflix, a lot of foreign stuff from Netflix.
Yeah.
And she enjoys that, and there's a lot of good foreign shows that are out there.
There are.
Well written and well acted. But I'm talking about the genre, like that. Stuff that I enjoy.
But here, Dom, this is the thing. There's such good shit out here. Watch the shit you're gonna like.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the shit you're not gonna like.
Yeah, don't watch. Just don't bother.
Don't watch the shit you're not gonna like. What does it fucking matter to you? Like, dude, if somebody right next door to you is watching The Singer, what were we talking about earlier?
Masked Singer.
The Masked Singer. That's not some shit I'm gonna watch. It just isn't. So I don't give a shit if they watch it. Who gives a shit if they watch it?
I don't care. You can watch. Anybody can watch anything they want.
Yeah.
The stuff that I want to watch, I want some good stuff. That's what I want.
97 already had material there.
That's what we're trying to tell you. This is what the good stuff right now. This is what the good stuff is. The good stuff is Shogun.
Matt, money,
Stuff is
more
X-Men
ads.
97 right now.
Well, I'm happy about the X-Men because right around the corner they talk about making Spider-Man. So
I know. I hear talks. They might bring it all back, but
that's
I mean, I don't know if I want the Spider-Man back. This is fine. The Silver Surfer, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Yeah, great though. I mean, you saw it when the chat came out. People were already hyped up for this, so it's doing a great job. It's continuing. 3's good. We'll review 4. Hopefully, they'll watch it next week if they get time. Oh shit, I'm gonna probably watch it again, dude. Like it was that good. Like it was.
Well,
really
like I said,
cool.
that's my.
And it has some. And it has some of my. Spoiler alert! It has some of my favorite characters in it, and they did a good job with them.
Hey Shogun, how many episodes so far?
Yesterday was 6.
6.
Oh, was it 6?
There's only 8 total. So today and then 2 more.
And it's all the remake of the original Shogun that was out.
Yes and no.
So
Yeah.
It is, but
They
got a little
take a
different-
lot of liberties. They change some
a
stuff
little
around.
different flavor to it, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll wait for the next 2 episodes to drop, and then me and my wife can sit down and watch it. I know she'll probably enjoy that.
You'll enjoy it. It's well done. Hey, listen,
I like the original.
once again, the original superb. This version superb. Just they're not the same. Like they are similar.
It's a good thing though, because this
Yeah.
way it's not a rehash. Like it's
What they have to redo? Okay, aside, it has to do with Shoguns and that. The Thornbirds. Redo that.
I thought you were going to say rich man, poor man.
No, well, the Thornbirds is
The
about
only
a priest
thing-
falling in love with a girl. My mother loved that movie back in the day. It was a freaking the Thornbirds. Look it
I
up.
find it
remember
weird.
Thornbird.
Do you find it weird that people compare Shogun to Game of Thrones
I do.
because it came out first?
No,
Well, no,
but it's fantasy,
But it's not fantasy.
somewhat
This is
historical.
No, yeah, it is.
I get it.
They are using a historical figure. Well,
Some
hey,
people
hold
will
on.
tell you that
Game of Thrones was based
historical.
off. Game of Thrones was based off of. I mean, it's roughly. It's not even anywhere
There's
close.
goddamn dragons in it.
You don't know there
There's
wasn't dragons
dragons.
back then.
There's dragons and magic in it.
There wasn't during that period. If there
Listen,
was dragons.
The reason why dragons are mentioned
That's what I'm
in
saying, because
things
it's
in real life,
fantasy.
there was dinosaurs back in those days, and they called them dragons. Dinosaurs
There
are
were
still
no
existed.
dinosaurs in those times.
Hey, how
No.
do you know? Why is it dragons? Why are they dragons? Think about it.
Well, no, the dragons are in the fantasy stories. There's not actual dragons.
Hold on. So it's supposed to be the War of Roses is what's supposed to be. Hold on.
I get your War of the Roses.
Hold on, Tom.
Like my buddy,
There was not dinosaurs.
I'm like,
For a fact, I know there was not dinosaurs during the same era of the War of Roses. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Two reasons. One, historically, the winners have done a very good job of documenting not just that portion of England, but the world around that. Writing was not something new. It wasn't just hieroglyphics written on a cave. There is still, to this day, you can get parchment that has original works done from them. And guess what's in those original works when they're describing everything from like turtles on islands to like a bunch of different stuff that they're figuring out and different roadways and everything else. Guess what? The one thing that there is never a mention of.
Alexander the Great riding a velociraptor.
There you go.
But it's not. No, it's well after. Like the War of the Roses is like, you know, people like, you know, they were. There's buildings. There's like at least some running water.
Right. People and dinosaurs did not exist in the
you
same.
don't know. You
time.
don't know.
Yes, yes.
Look, all I know is
Stop. No, 100,000% yes. I'm not even going to get to carbon printing. I'm just going to say that if there was a dinosaur that existed during the period of War of Roses, with how well that was documented, some small portion of the world having a battle between houses, fucking a dragon coming out of the fucking sky would have easily been documented at one point.
All right, let me ask you something. The Dark Ages in medieval times. You don't think there was dragons back then? I mean, dinosaurs back then?
No.
You don't think that something survived?
No.
Yes, alligators.
I know, but you don't think that something survived? That Christopher Columbus,
just like Nessie today, there is no Loch Ness monster.
Do you know that, Dom? Real quickly, historically, do you know? I'm just asking. I'm not trying to be a dick on this. Do you know that they're like one of the reasons is because I know it's not the internet now where you can fake something and say it's real, but like, do you know there was a lot of documentation of that era?
Yeah, that's
we're talking about post the time where they were burning down libraries. This isn't an error like, you know, like if you want to say like, oh, well, the Great Greek Library in Alexander that they burned down, that could be it because we could have lost some stuff, the Dead Sea Scrolls. Like, okay, I still disagree because there's at least a little bit of documentation and there's some things you can do with digging different levels with, not gonna get into all that. There's a lot of documentation and there's written history that you can understand.
And
there's written history
fantasies
of the area. Yeah. That you can do it. And there's fantasy writers telling you that they're writing about that stuff is fantasy at that point, that these things don't exist. So it'd be very hard. Why wouldn't they just say, yeah, this is actually there? You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying is like, I think maybe dinosaurs or something could have lived further than people are saying 47. I doubt it, but sure, I'll give you that one. We don't know for sure. Cool. We don't know for sure. But in this era,
By the time we get to the Middle Ages,
yeah. By the time we get there,
they would have been gone.
No, because it's kind of interesting that
it'd be fun though. Shit, man. Could you imagine if you were like Alexander, you're pulling a fucking stone out of the rock and get to fight dinosaurs?
Like,
sure, I think we've all faced that.
Velociraptor. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be fuck yeah, baby. The war against
that said, all right, we gotta get into I need a pause, so I'm gonna let Marco take over with this.
Okay, cool. Good point there. I think that's a good way to handle that too. Hopefully, I think under the radar. So this we're not spoiling anything, but just to talk about books that might be a little bit under the radar. Goblin Queen and a Baby. I don't know why these two would be under the radar at all, but we will talk about it really quickly. Uncanny X-Men Volume 1, 239. Now listen, a lot of people do not say that this is the appearance of the Goblin Queen. It is and isn't. It's very weird. This is where I have a problem with people saying first full, and if it's on the cover, it's a full, because technically the Goblin Queen shows up in this in the last couple panels. And I mean, it's not a 180 situation, but she's also on the cover. So maybe this could be called cameo, really, because they don't expose who she is yet, really, but she's there. Raws are $15. If you list them as, we're going to have a very educational lesson on how to list stuff on eBay. I'm not crapping on anybody. I'm just telling you what was in there. And sometimes what you listed as is why stuff will sell more. Raws at $15 for first Mr. Sinister movie Disney. I don't know what that means. Some people will debate that this is his first full appearance. Some people will say it's his first full appearance. I don't know about the movie Disney part. That's also probably a rumor too. $20 if you label it first cover, second appearance, Mr. Sinister, Goblin, Queen, and you have a lens flare when you take a picture of the book. Notice that neither one of these describe what condition this book is in, and the second one I couldn't tell because there's lens flares all over it. The first one just had a generic picture of the cover.
Still in the bag.
And the third one had $15. Didn't say anything. Just said.
I'm saying the pictures, they were still in the bag, so you're getting that flash.
Yeah, actually, it wasn't even that. No, it was out of the bag, but they were doing the thing where they didn't angle it, so they took a down picture and
straight
hit off the gloss thing. CGC 98, however, claiming it was the first appearance of Mr. Sinister in a cameo or first cover of Goblin Queen, sold for $175.
So you said this is and isn't the first appearance of Goblin Queen.
Well, I mean, it is. It's really the first appearance because she shows up on the cover and she's inside. If they just don't name her, but the community believes that this is the first cover. They completely overlooked that. At worst, it's a cameo inside. You know what I mean? But like, she's on the cover and she's inside. She is inside. It's just two panels. So like, the debate. You know how this goes, Dub. You've been around long enough. Yeah. There didn't used to be a first full appearance debate, but if you're going to call a appearance a first full appearance, if they show up inside and on the cover, well then shit, this is the first full appearance, and her first appearance is the next book, 240.
Wait, that one's first appearance, first full appearance, and this is first appearance.
this is as far as the community
cameo,
looks,
non-named.
Yeah. This is
unnamed cameo.
This is first unnamed cover. Appearance, and on the cover, this is
what I will say about that book, though. It's a nice Mark Silvestri cover.
It is. However,
good detail in the art.
Cutting and pasting works well for a lot of people because I've seen this book listed as 1989 Mark Sell cover
Silvestri?
B. Silvestri. Yeah, old Sully here's got a cover B.
Cover B.
Cover B, huh?
This wasn't the only book listed this way. Somebody had put it down and the people were just cutting and pasting it as they were the thing. If you do that, it sells for $4 or less. If you don't and call it first Goblin Queen, then you average about $15.
What do you find more amusing? The fact that they're calling this a cover B, or when you get the newsstand variant?
I'm not commenting on anybody's posting. I'm just letting you know how sometimes the same book can sell for different prices. If you label it properly to the market first, Goblin Queen, which I would also debate would be second, but that's a 180, 181 thing. average is $15. If you just list it as high grade or third Mr. Sinister, you're going to get about $5 for the book.
Yeah, you don't want to call out third. Who cares about?
I mean, third. That's an Overstreet thing. That's not something that isn't.
Oh yeah,
unfamiliar to the
everybody remembers the bronze medal winner of the track and field in 19.
I'm just saying how people list stuff. CGC 96 going for $50.
Remember the third place winners.
Guys, I'm just helping.
Hey, it's a hell of an accomplishment. It really is, but nobody remembers that shit.
I'm just telling you how people list things. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to report. All right. Next up, speaking about maybe other things for some reason, which I can't tell you why, but another book that may be undervalued is Uncanny X-Men Volume 1, number 201.
This is down. This is actually down.
Yes. This is first Cable as a baby. I don't know why that would be. But if you list it as that, you can only sell it for $3 on average. However, if you list this as Major Key, $10.
I remember this book used to go for a lot more.
Oh yeah,
back in the day when you found out it was the first Cable as a baby. I remember that.
You don't have to put first Cable as a baby. All you have to do is first Nathan Summers.
Exactly, it's summer.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. If you label this book properly, you're only getting $3. If you mislabel it, however, as a Major Key, just a seller's tip. I'm not saying to do it that way. I'm also saying don't buy shit that just says.
What about
Major
you?
Key.
You didn't give us the fire example. Did we get any extra? We put fire emojis.
It wasn't fire emojis on this one.
I don't think one fire emoji helps. That's with 3 fire emojis.
Hold on. Once again, I'm only reporting on the books and listings I read. If it was not included, I did not include it.
What about rare? No rare? You put rare?
Rare?
No. I literally just copied it out. Guys, hey, stop ruining the bit. Okay. CGC 96, $50. CGC 90, $25. Good luck grading this one. All right. Next up, a little bit of Magic / Dark Child stuff. I don't know why I'm telling you about this either. Oh, hey, by the way, if you want to get all the perverted stuff with Magic, feel free to tune into, what day is it, Pete?
Friday?
Oh, Friday.
Friday, because I believe Joe and them will have a perversion like they normally do.
Dom will be there.
Dom too. So if you want all the perverted covers, go check it out. You can be creepy old dudes.
Joe will show you everything.
Yeah, creepy old dudes. Good stuff. I will lead with this because I'm also trying to just go with it. Raw sets of Magic, number 1, 2, 3, and 4, average about $14. Now, here's where I will tell you something very interesting. The release date compared to the cover date of these things are 2 different things. And technically, if you ever read 3, the title inside the book of 3 is The Story of Magic. And the character that's on the front page is her. However, they technically do not call her Magic at any point throughout this series. You see what I'm saying? So the story is about her, the character Magic, getting her powers, becoming Magic
or magic
before anything else.
I think what you said was they never call her Magic in any series. That's
no, they do in this series, in any part of this series, besides that part where it says, like it's the title line, where it says the story, a story of Magic, and they show the character, but nobody in the book goes, "Hey, Magic, how are you doing today?"
Ever. Nobody ever says that.
In this series, no.
In any series.
No, in this series.
No, I'm pretty sure nobody ever
in this
says
series.
that.
Oh, well, thank you for correcting me, Dub. Good job. Any in the series. All right. So take that for what it's worth. But in number 3, they definitely refer to her as it. Number 4 would not be her first appearance to the Soul Sword. However, that is the title of it is The Dark Child. Once again, they don't actually call her the Dark Child in the book.
And you also have a cover appearance of Crop Top.
Yeah, be very careful about this books and what you're going to say because remember, she could be a juvenile in these books.
I know, but a crop top, say a crop top they put in the cover.
Just be
You're
careful.
talking about Ezekiel.
Yeah, I know. I heard what you said, and I just said be careful because do you remember Magic de-ages during a lot of these books? All right, here you go.
Hey, that set was $50 not that long ago when that movie was coming out.
Yeah,
this is a $50 set.
By the way, hold on, 83, great series. It's a good read. It really explains this series. I sat down one time because it probably didn't sell so well in a comic book store, and because they had all 4 and I wanted to burn some time, read the series. And this is why I fell in love with the Majik character, was because I thought it was super cool, because this shows how like she got captured by pretty much a version of the devil. And then it was Storm teaches her magic, but at the same time, like this is where she gets her superpowers to turn into Majik. She ends up forming a sword. Like it's really cool. In my opinion, the book was sweet. The weird parts, Katie Pryde turns into Kitty Cat in one of these books.
Is this Claremont?
Yeah. He's actually the one that calls it the story of Majik. So, like, I think if the guy who,
or magic.
Look, when I read it as Majik as a kid, you're gonna fucking.
I know. I'm just saying for other people who didn't read it that way, I'm helping them out so they don't feel lost. Like, who's he talking about?
Anyways, this is actually why I like the character was this line. So I just had to.
She was the best part of the movie.
Was she? She's really cool, man. I mean, the whole limbo stuff, because she's in limbo and a lot of that thing and whatever else. Okay, this is considered the first appearance of Majik because she joins New Mutants in this book. Raws are $8. This came out way later. This came out a whole year later, but whatever. Who gives a shit? Nobody's going to complain about it.
And I think we talked about this before. That's not Beast on the cover.
That is
no, and you see that character in Limbo. That's actually one of the enemies from Limbo of Majik. Never mind. 18. I know what you're doing.
It's not a great cover.
But if you just list it and show one picture, it's $8. If you just show it one picture and say it's a 9/4, $18.08. Yeah. So just so you know. Yeah, just so do that. Just show one generic picture. I don't know if it was a real picture or just a generic one you put against a white border, and then just
stock photo.
Stock photo. Just say it's 9/4. There you go. CGC $66 for with 18 bids, and then a 9/6 $56 with 19 bids. And you might say, "Wow, that sounds kind of shady." And I will tell you, these auctions ended within the same period of time. So I have a feeling somebody on the second
day.
Yeah, no, they both occurred on like let's say it was the 24th. They both occurred on the 24th. One ended an hour before the other one. The book that sold first sold cheaper. And I have a feeling the guy who bought the first book was not happy that the guy who bought the second book drove the price up on him. So he then proceeded to drive the price up on this book on the second guy. That's all that's reckless speculation, but it's definitely funny when you see one of these situations. Well, because it's one less bid. Either way, don't get sucked into a bidding war. All right. Next up, Uncanny X-Men Volume 1, number 171. This is actually the first Soul Sword. When we said the Soul Sword was in book 4, it is, but that's not the first appearance because this came out around book 2 of that original miniseries. So you get to see the Soul Sword here first. If you list it as first Soul Sword, it's $18. Does not matter. Just no condition. You don't have to list a condition. If you
list it as what, Rouge?
If you just list it as Rouge, which I think they mean Rogue, but whatever, $21.90. And if you put Rogue joins the team, $15.
Yeah, I like the purple and green on that cover.
It is a cool book.
Stands up the color.
But it does not stop there.
The combo.
It does not stop there with listings. Go ahead. Sorry. Purple green. It is. Yeah, it's cool. Plus, I like the white, so it cleans it up. CGC 98's 107.50, 32 bids. Very nice. However, CGC 75, $33.99 if you put CGC 7.5 Marvel 1983 Direct Edition. However, if you put, and by the way, these were sold within a couple of days of each other. If you put CGC 7.5, $24.95 is what you'll get. If you put CGC 7.5 Marvel 1983 in parentheses dash Direct Edition Fresh Slab.
What the hell is somebody? What the hell kind of shit?
Yeah, just
know why they don't cut. They don't trust the current graders. So if you say it's a fresh slab, they don't trust the graders.
What's going on, Matt? How you doing? I don't know. I'm not. Once again, I am not knocking anybody's listening. I'm just telling you that maybe I don't know.
I'm gonna say why.
I think you just don't say shit and get $100.
Why is Colossus' leg bigger than Rogue?
Well, that's for 90.
Because he's a big dude.
He's a big dude.
Know, but then one of the other legs behind her. I don't know.
Well, that one's in the background.
He's running.
Not the worst X-Men art I've ever seen. All right. Next up, because we reviewed X-Force and like they had a lot of characters that are already like big, like Gabby and all that. June Wen.
Wait, wasn't she in the Star Trek trailer that Dub had?
Yes!
I thought she was, but she's
coming
not.
on to
She's
the bad guy from Inspector Gadget.
She's actually the new version of Hodge. Like any of those characters, you know, all the characters that were like, oh, something happened, a mutant killed their parents or a loved one or something else. She is the new version of that.
Killed my dog.
Yeah, she's the new version of that. She's the current one that they're going on with. And as part of that whole program, her first appearance
killed my cat, and I will not have it.
Look at this. X-Force Volume 6, number 45. Now, do know that this book is like, I don't know how many months old, but it's not that old. A raw sell for about $3 or less. CGC 98, $20 for the B cover. This isn't the B cover. The B cover is the Deadpool cover. I don't know why the fuck anybody would get that graded, but somebody did. Excuse my language. Go ahead, hit the thing.
$20.
But yeah, somebody got it. And it was free shipping. $20 with free shipping.
With free shipping.
Yeah, with free
I
shipping.
took that book.
Well, considering it costs you more than $20 to grade it.
Yeah, so don't list as the B cover with free shipping. Yeah, I guess is the thing. However, I always talk about and try to include a book that, like, maybe if you need to round out your dollar bins or just throw in an extra book or 5, you know, to do a deal with. This might be one right now where you're bored. Hey, pick up the, you know, you get the new version.
Background, it looks like the what's his name, like Tex?
Sinister? Are you talking about?
Was that supposed to be Sinister? It looks like the dude who kidnapped the dog at the beginning of Ace Ventura. And
you
know what I'm talking about?
I think it actually might be Colossus. I mean, I can't remember. It's that whole line of stupid book.
He was a bad guy in Golden Child. Yeah, that guy. I can't think of his
Anyways, we left this cover up long enough for you to remember what it looks like if you just get a free book. Not a great book to take, but you get a first appearance of a character, and it's better than nothing. Next up, Riot! Speaking of Q, Mr. Q, student
I'll admit,
Q,
I did not like the first renditions. Like, Quietly drew him really weird.
Yeah, they weren't the best, but I did like how he rioted. New X-Men.
I like the story, but
yeah,
the way he was drawn in those first issues, I don't know, it looks a bit off-putting.
Cool. New X-Men Volume 1, number 134. This is the book that never got wings for some reason, and maybe I don't know why.
It did. For a short time.
Yeah, I mean,
it's got its little blips.
Yeah, it has blips.
For sure,
right now is a down blip on it or whatever. I still think it's maybe a little bit expensive, but it's probably the time if you want this book to buy it. People like the art on the cover. I think it's fucking horrible. But
a lot of hair.
Yeah, it's a lot of everything. Raws sell for $12 if you just put if you just have nothing there. That's supposed to be a question mark. You don't say anything, you can say get 12. You can also get $12 if you say it's near mint and you show one picture on both of these.
The 2.
That's 2 bids. You went to auction.
Oh, okay.
But if you literally just put it up there and say nothing but at auction, 54. Oh no, sorry, that's 2 pictures. If you just put no pictures up and you put it up for auction, you can get $54 for it on 11 bids.
That's ridiculous.
And this is all within the same couple weeks. So I have no clue why. Whatever.
Okay, going to leave us all in suspense about that 9 point.
Oh, it's another 9.8.
Okay.
Yeah, it's another 9.8. CGC 9.8s because they sold so close to each other, $62 and $47.50. There you go. All right. Next up and last up is the question of who was on that cover, and you guys didn't know who it was. It's Sage. I also like to try to give you one of these.
Wearing a yellow raincoat.
She's wearing the glass. Yeah.
Don't blame us.
Okay.
We're assuming it's Jubilee.
I will tell you this: like sometimes they do have her looking like a prostitute, especially when she was the Black Queen for a little bit. Or the imaginary one. Speaking of Black Queen, Volume 1 of X-Men 132, most notably probably known for the Hellfire Club. However, really the Black King, if you call it VG 3.5. That 3.5 actually looked a lot better. This guy well underrated this. It went for 33.88. Somebody got a deal. It was probably more. He was very bad. He called tanning like light tanning. He called it browning. So he went to a book. He went to the owl chart, and like if you go to the owl chart, like light tanning's up here, browning's down here. You know what I mean? He called it browning. So he was ranking it. I think it was probably 6, 7, somewhere around there, probably around the 7 mark. So somebody got a deal on that book. $46.95 if you just put no grade whatsoever and just say high grade and you show one generic picture. I don't know why it sold for $46.95. It wasn't even bid. Somebody just made a best offer. And that's what they got. $40 if you call it FN 6.0. That's what they listed as. And you show multiple pictures, $40. And if you just say the book is very good and it's used,
nice book.
Very good book.
Nice copy.
Yeah.
Nice copy.
You show just the front and the back, nothing else.
Like
$20. So CGC 92s are $125 if you list it as as the Hellfire Club, first Hellfire Club. However, if you list it as first Donald, what's his name?
Pierce.
Yeah, Donald Pierce, then you get less for a higher grade. You get
my man in the mustard pants and the green jacket back there.
Yes.
Just remember, this is Tessa Sage's non-personality. We do these sometimes, kind of with the Magic and Darkchild thing. So this is another example of it because this is where she's Tessa. She's not technically because they're like doing something with the Hellfire Club in here.
Rename.
Oh yeah, look at picture not professional grade. I didn't get any of those yet. But where they actually start naming her or give her a rename is in X-Men Volume Number 2. Make sure you put Volume Number 2 because if not, Pete will put a picture of X-Men 109 with Victor on the Vindicator on the cover. Thank you, Pete.
I mean, that's what I would do if I only saw 109.
Because that was X-Men 109.
Even though when you say, I think we're about to do the Sage thing, you know, the 109. All right.
No, you would actually type something like Sabe. So I had to like denote like different.
Did I really? I don't know what I typed. All right, Raws are $3.90. Raws go to auction with 2 bids for $3.90. If you put very nice 100-page Monster Holiday cover.
Okay.
With an
That's a lot. You got to get for that 90 cents.
I know, right?
If you don't, and you just put high grade,
Nice
if you just put high grade, you get $3.
So if you want very nice,
if you want 90 more cents, just put very nice 100-page Monster Holiday cover. Monster, what the hell? I don't even
100-page.
Oh, 100-page Monster. Okay, 100-page Monster Holiday cover.
Big book.
Okay,
it's thick. It's
thick.
Thick.
It's got some girth.
So that's what you get. Hey, look, listings mean everything, guys. It really does.
That book can get friction in a pickle jar.
So because we're doing G.I. Joe, of course, I'm going to do 2 G.I. Joe figures. Maybe this one has a link to do with the Duke
book.
Where
did you get these pictures from?
It's awesome. It's awesome, right? I think it's amazing.
That C looks like a ponytail coming out of his face.
I know, right?
This looks
awesome.
like
just wait.
What is this cartoon with the fries?
Just wait.
It's like Adult Swim.
Like,
yeah.
Just wait. Yeah, I spent a lot. I have fun, but I do spend a lot of time on this nonsense. Just wait. Scrap Iron, for those people that don't know. First appearance of G.I. Joe 42. Raw.
Yeah, everything.
Near mint minus 4 bids, $9.25. No grade, $4.99. Yeah, I started off.
No good.
No grade.
No good.
$4.99. Before I start doing the question mark, $7 if you list it as no new mint, and $12.95 if you list it pre-owned very good.
No shit, it's pre-owned. It's not mine.
Exactly. If you own
I'm buying it from you.
Hey, what's up?
AIR.
You.
Pre-owned very good.
Pre-owned. No shit.
CG. Also a stunner. CGC 94 went for $50, where CGC 90 for some reason went for $65.
Why the lower grade go from?
I don't fucking know, bro. The fucking internet. Next up.
Oh damn! What's up in his eyes? He looks like good, man.
Oh my god! This is not. Yeah, this is like the fun school GI Joe art you have going on.
Blasphemy.
Yeah.
Told you, just
G.I.
wait.
Josh.
Told you, just wait. Spirit.
Oh, Jesus.
G.I. Josh characters are here.
Spirit's Eagle. I can't remember what his name is again offhand. I'm having
Freedom.
a long day. Freedom. Thank you. Also shows up in his first appearance book. I
I
didn't.
think it's Freedom. I could be wrong.
It is. You're right. No, that's exactly what it is. It's
Okay.
G.I. Joe 31. Raw's $12. Just says high grade.
No shit, high grade.
No shit.
shit, high grade.
I'm about to say, no shit.
It says newsstand high grade.
Oh,
Newsstand high
God.
grade.
I'm with you, Tom.
So
I said no shit,
The
too.
same thing, yeah.
If you're just right, just like the book's okay. Like I looked at them, so they were mid grade. I started off with this one first, and you guys know how I used to do it. I used to go through all the listings to try to grade it myself, but the fucking listings on these things are too ridiculous. And this one, nobody graded it, and then the
Mid.
books are it's literally just they look mid.
No, the
Yeah,
crazy
they look
thing
mid.
is-
So
Lazy-ass
$7,
millennial not
kind of
wanting to
mid
bother
price.
grading.
The crazy
mid.
thing is, with a couple of first
No,
appearances,
it's mid price.
The silent issue, GI Joe books, you can get them. You can get them high grade and still not pay a lot of money for some
If
reason.
you're lucky.
Well, the silent issue, of course, it's
Well,
That's a
that
lot.
one's expensive.
that's one, and maybe the first appearances of certain characters, but other than
One
that,
goes for yeah. CGC 96s go for $44.50. So I don't know who that is.
I know you don't. Don't worry about it.
And that is the end of this week. I hope you enjoyed the new way we're doing that. We've kind of taken some of your
That's good.
suggestions to add on. Once again, if those are your listings and that's how you're selling it, I am not knocking you. I'm just showing that sometimes the listings makes the difference in the verbiage.
What you say matters.
Yeah, what you say matters.
I'm
No
Um,
shit.
What
high
you type
grade.
matters. Yeah.
Well, anyway, part of it was we saw a book that came out and somebody's like, oh my God, this is all new low. And what the person had done was they had posted the book 6 different times in a 2-month span, but they slowly would take away the pictures. They would change the wording on to see if it would go up. And like eventually like people caught on and it doesn't go up. But like I thought like, oh, maybe we'll
Well,
add in
it
some of
also
the
depends. What character? Like you brought up that one book. Yes, the entire Hellfire Club was there. So you had Sebastian Shaw. You
Yeah.
had Tessa,
Yeah.
you had Donald Pierce. Whoever you decide to highlight out of that group may matter because
it matters. Like don't use the
that
name
Shaw's
because
a bigger
nobody
character than Donald Pierce.
if you said Hellfire Club first appearance of why am I Black King parentheses Donald Pierce, that's probably the way to list that book.
No, you don't want Donald Pierce. You want Shaw.
Or Shaw, I'm sorry, not Donald
Yeah,
Pierce.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, Shaw.
That's what I'm saying. If you list it as the White King,
Well, I mean, no, if you list all of them is what I'm saying. Like if you're going to list Pierce, what my point is, if you're going to list Pierce, you got if you I'm saying if you got to list everything there. Like you got like
well,
the,
yeah,
the Soul Sword, good luck or whatever with that one book. I find that important because I like the
I'm
story
not going to
behind
go
it.
out there and sell my Edge of Spider-Verse 2 as the first appearance of Spider-Man UK and
Yeah,
just
yeah,
completely forget
yeah.
that Spider-Gwen was in that shit.
Yeah.
Like, That's why it
Yeah.
makes sense.
That's what I'm saying.
Ultimate
And I
Fallout
think
4, first appearance of the Maker. And
I think
Miles Morales.
yeah, right.
Like, don't forget the ones that will sell it.
But I think this is the one that gave the biggest here when it was like Rogue joins
Rouge.
yeah, okay. Saying Rouge sucks.
Montagne.
But like when you see stuff like the Soul Sword shouldn't be that big of a draw, but it's still
No.
bigger of a draw than saying something about joining it. People don't give a shit about that. You know what I mean? Or what was it? Third appearance of
is Sinister.
okay, put that in as a footnote, but make sure you label it right first. Make sure you put in first Goblin Queen. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
don't just put third appearance of Sinister. I love Sinister. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Nobody gives. I mean, people do, but they're willing to pay $2 for it, not $25. So there you go. All right, guys. For all you people that are waiting around, is the GI Joe next?
Yep. Let's
Before
do
Tom
it.
came? Cool. Let me run. You run the thing.
I'm gonna run the thing. He's running off, but he's supposed to run
I
the
can get
overlay
it.
so we know which characters we're gonna do.
I'll start.
But we're gonna let Dub do it because Dub knows where we're at. We're gonna start at the top.
Start with number 1. It's a good
Yep.
place to be. All right. So this is
1984, Wave 3
Okay.
of G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero.
All right. Here we go.
This is the entire wave.
Let's start off with a banger.
Yeah, we don't mess around.
That's it.
This is it, right? Baroness, Cobra Intelligence Officer, Swivel Arm Group. This is when this was the second run that had the first swivel arms, right?
Yes,
'Cause
this
they-
when
yeah.
swivel arms became standard.
Right,
Yes.
gotcha. Because they
Like, by this
reissued
time,
the
this was the way. Everything was swivel arms.
because they reissued the first run or some of the first runs with the swivel arm.
Yeah,
And
with
then
the
they had this
1.5
wave
were the redos with the swivels.
Yeah, I mean, this is. I don't know. I'd like to hear any arguments of not putting this in S tier.
Well, let
Yeah,
me tell you
I-
something. I
I-
remember this figure coming out, and I wanted this figure, because I like the Baroness from the cartoon, and I wanted this figure and couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's an
Mhm.
awesome weapon. She even has a cool backpack.
She does.
Yeah.
It's just, the card art really got me, man. I love the card art, man.
Yeah, the
Always.
card art was great.
Yep.
Great.
Really,
And
Like,
I heard-
I'm only going A here, but Rob and Matt and Siete and even Matt and Matthew Cologne's also. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
I
don't
mean
need
that's
Marshall for this. This
Yeah.
is an
Yeah.
easy one. And yes,
Even
even
beat-
beat
oh,
A
yeah,
is
wow.
on board.
yeah. So that's
We can't I'm not.
Dom.
gonna-
You got this in S.
yeah, I
That's
got it.
right, yeah.
I got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
I got an S2 for the rarity was a pain in the ass. I bought my mother and father, especially my mom, when she went out. I wanted this figure.
And you had to hunt for him and finally get it for you.
I think she found it at Woolworths.
Oh, nice.
Woolworth.
Remember that?
Cosmic one. He
Yeah.
got bullied into it. Thanks, Cosmic. That's
Fine,
funny.
That's right. Push you. All
right.
Drag you along if we have to.
We'll bring you right with us. All right, ready for the next one?
Yep. Go for it.
All right, here we go. Blowtorch.
Blowtorch blows.
Dude, if I can't zoom in, look at the character. Look at his face. Tell me that's not Jean-Claude Van Damme. In
That
Bloodsport.
is. That
Oh
kind
my
of
god.
is. Yeah.
That's Bloodsport Jean-Claude Van Damme. That's the
With the
head.
hair
that all they
Hey.
use.
And the hair and everything. Yeah.
That's
Also it had the
Red
adventure
Duke.
people. Remember the adventure people hair? That's what it looked like. Yeah.
So I didn't love this character, but he looked cool, and he had the hose that attached to his mouth, like to the mask, and that's kind of a cool accessory for
That
a
was a
figure.
cool
at this
accessory.
time.
No, but the yellow and
Bright
red really
yellow
popped.
and-
Yeah, the yellow. Yeah, I mean,
You know what? D. I give a D to this.
D.
It's really,
A
Man,
D?
Dom's being rough on Blowtorch.
You're out of your mind. This is A tier, and you want to know why? Because a couple things.
No. Now
Yes,
you're
it
also
is.
crazy.
No. This is why his accessories were some of the best. He had the mask that fit very well, and he could front push it into the top. You could take off his helmet, you could put on
Mask was cool. I give you the mask.
Not just the mask, his blowtorch hooked up to the back.
That's true.
And it was a
It also
unique
didn't
weapon.
stay.
I
That
know.
shit popped out all the time.
yes, and
But-
it broke
but-
sometimes.
That
You know,
too.
All right,
Well,
maybe
hold on.
C.
If you didn't, Corbin, you aren't even old enough to buy this fucking toy. But here's the thing: like sometimes with the accessories, it didn't matter how you got it. It just mattered that he had it. You know what I mean? So like sometimes the figure out does it. Plus, he had a cool outfit, man. He was a
You know
cool
what?
outfit.
And I
I don't
have
know.
one-
The chat's not agreeing
You're
with
on
you.
your
here.
own with that A. Like
You
Yeah, we
can't
got a
take- you can't
C,
take
A
you can't take-
D, a
trash.
C, a B, a trash, a D.
I'll go B. I'll go B for the accessories. Otherwise, I was at C because I just didn't like the color scheme. The bright yellow and red was it was just too much.
I think I had that in my collection too. I know I had a majority of the figures my mom got me, but I never liked it.
I mean,
was
dude,
below.
he wasn't even he
I
wasn't
think-
born
I
to
think
the
I left
first
that figure-
70 waves.
My brother played. I left that figure for him. I didn't want to touch it. I'm like,
You didn't want to play with Van Damme? I don't think Marco was here for that part. That dude, you look at his head, the head mold, that's Van Damme from Bloodsport.
Who?
That's Frank Dukes.
Who?
Bloodsport.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it is. Yeah, his face sucked.
His
I
face,
did-
that was straight
Yeah,
up
his face
Jean-Claude
sucked.
Van Damme.
That's why Rob said good
Oh.
thing he had a mask. That's why.
Yeah,
I said-
his face sucked. Yeah. That's why I said you gotta have the helmet and the mask. Yeah. All right, B. I'm fine with B. Are we doing B? What are we doing?
I'm fine with B. I'll give you B.
I
And
say
dude,
C.
there was like a trash and 2 D's and a couple C's.
I saw
Who cares what BK says, bro?
You know what? Put it in C. I go C.
Dim-
I don't think you can go above C.
Why?
Yeah.
I
This
mean,
is a joke. He didn't do it. He
Trash.
didn't do
Well,
that.
no, there's a B.
Yeah, there's a B.
Yeah,
a
one
C.
There's A, B. That's the highest it got in the chat.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I'm
Give it a C.
You can
C's
put it wherever
fine.
you want.
We'll
Yeah.
go see. We'll go see. I was giving it that just above average.
Duke.
The
Comic
most-
made him cool.
There's
Jarek.
two versions of Duke. You have a smiling version, that one, and there's another one with he's not smiling.
Yeah,
we
but
had
either
the
one
mail away was
sucks.
in the mail away was in the last wave.
Yeah.
This is his
Hey,
first card.
You know what? Hey, you know what the difference between Grunt and Duke is? The toy? Yeah, neither does anybody else.
There's a big difference. There's no there's no beard. He's got blonde hair. He's smiling.
Yeah. I mean, it's if you take like this is what made Duke generic. Like he looks like a
Duke
generic.
was the Captain America of G.I. Joe.
He was.
That's not that. Hey, his weapon is his whole weapon pack is the weapon pack for like 50 other dudes too, like
know,
the
but
generic dudes.
But he had it
No,
first.
but it was Duke. You know.
Yeah, I know. I can read, Dom. I know who it was.
You know.
I mean, that doesn't mean. Yeah, it doesn't mean it was a good.
C.
A lot of C's, but I'm at a B. I like Duke.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Pete's the only guy I know who's like, yo, if you're drawing GI Joes, he's like, yeah, cool, I'll take a Duke.
See for Vanilla Boy.
I mean, they're being generous. I think they're only being generous because the book came out.
Yeah, everybody's doing.
It
C,
really
you know,
is a trash
C,
character.
D, damn. Duke is getting no love.
Dude, Dom, when did you?
Corbin, stop being so harsh?
What happened?
When you played with your brother? When did you ever get a fight over the Duke character?
I actually always the bad guys, man. Cobra Commander.
But yeah, what I'm saying is that nobody fought over the Duke. I
all
got
mine.
6
Exactly.
brothers, not one of them,
Bad
including
guys.
myself, wanted Duke.
I
Duke
know,
was
but
the last draw.
we always
You're
made
not
Duke
putting
a
that
double agent.
B. That thing's
Always made Duke
garbage.
a double agent.
It's not garbage. Nobody gave it garbage but you.
You didn't have a brother, so you only got to
I
choose
have
you.
a brother.
No way,
I'm
because
10 years
is
older
that
than
why
him.
you like Duke? Because your brother made you play with Duke. That's the only one he
My
gave you.
brother's post GI Joe. My brother, he's a poke.
Oh
he's a
no, that doesn't count. Your brother's 20 years
Dragon Ball
younger than
Z,
you. That doesn't count.
Power
You have to have a
Rangers.
brother in your age group. Pete.
No,
You knew
he
what I
was
was
not my
saying.
age group.
You did that dirty.
I might as well have been his uncle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That doesn't count. You have to have
I know.
brothers
That's
your
not a
age.
brother.
Is what I was. You heard what I was saying. I asked Dom. Dom's got brothers his age. I got a bunch of brothers. Nobody who had brothers or friends your age. Duke was last pick. Duke's the kid at dodgeball. You're like, bro, you can just have him. I don't even want him on my. Bro, you have him. No, you get an extra dude. You can have an extra dude. You can have Duke. Just have Duke.
And
I'll
me and
just
my
get a
brother
higher
James
pick.
always played.
I'm
with
just
the
saying he's
Joes.
better
My
than Blowtorch.
brother Nick loved He-Man. Was a He-Man fan. So
Fake ass Captain America. I wouldn't go that far, Brian. Jesus. Jesus.
fake ass Captain America.
Jesus. But yeah, okay, we'll put him in C, but that's a garbage C. He should be trash.
He's not trash.
I love Firefly. Here we go. This is A. Firefly's A.
He's a solid A. I want to say
Solid.
S, but I can't put everybody at S. So I'm
I
with
know.
Dom. I'm 100% A.
Oh,
I
this
like
is an S for me.
Good
I'm voting
weapons.
S.
He's a good character. You can act like he's you can act like he's an incognito guy. He's got great
He can
stuff.
pretend he's a ninja.
Yeah,
And
Right,
listen, let me
exactly.
tell you something. The new classified Firefly, that figure's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A. He's definitely A.
Yeah. A.
He's at least, I'm just saying, he's at least an A.
Yeah, he's an A,
My
dude.
heart wants to put him in S too, Dub.
Cool. I mean,
He's at
cool
least-
Yeah,
weapons
I mean,
too.
I like the backpack that flipped open. I mean, like
You gave him one of Snake Eyes' knives too every once in a while. Or,
No, he was
Sports.
him and Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow all hung out together.
Mhm.
Best you
I
could.
also like the little machine gun he had there with the little.
That's what I'm saying. The machine gun was dope. That
Yeah,
wasn't a
it's
gun you
color.
saw
I
with
didn't
a lot
like.
of people.
I didn't like that. It was like it didn't match him.
I
it
always
should have
put
been black.
Firefly. I always put Firefly on the glider, the Cobra glider.
Oh
Styrofoam
yeah.
glider. Yeah.
Well, he's at least an A. A lot of A.
Yeah,
A lot of
It's
A.
all A's in the chat. Yeah.
All right, we give him an A. He's a solid A.
He's a solid A. I loved him.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mutt
Junkyard.
and Junkyard. Don't forget Junkyard.
Yeah, Junkyard. The only thing was the figures, the little PVC figure that didn't move for shit
Yeah.
back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people who are big fans of this character.
They're big fans of Tom Selleck taking a shit because that's what he looks.
They could be. This is the problem this is the problem with this character. It's not even top tier animal trainer character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, we
It's not
didn't
even-
get. We didn't get Croc
It's got to
Master
be a
yet.
B. I give this a B.
Yeah, but you didn't have to have Croc. You know, Spirit had a cool animal. You had. Who's
Oh,
the
well,
other guy
he
that
wasn't
had
in
the
this
dog?
wave, but we didn't get the Spirit yet.
I know, but you had other dogs. I'm just saying it's just not. It was just. I'm not saying he's bad, but maybe B. B sounds good. Yeah, Matt. B sounds good.
Yeah,
Sorry,
they're
I'm
all
not even
there's
looking at
a
the
bunch
chat.
of there's B,
B.
B.
Yeah, I'm a
B.
B or C kind of guy.
B.
Mud is the leader. Don't forget. Okay. All right. B is good. Oh fuck.
Eh.
Wakando. You know, what's cool about these figures? These figures that came out, these would have been perfect to play with Predator as the whole team with Arnold. Back in Predator,
It's just, Jesse
You know
the
what I'm saying?
body.
Yeah, Jesse the Body Ventura. Wakando.
I ain't got time. to
Once
bleed.
again, this was like if you're doing. I always see these as like remembering playing with friends and going over their house and doing like drafts. You know what I
No,
mean?
I know
Yep.
what you're saying, but I'm also with Dom. Like, I would take these figures and redo movies like Predator and Alien because
Yep.
it's like these are my toys.
B.
Like,
I don't think
get what
B.
he's
I
saying.
think C.
I totally get
Yeah,
what
I
Dom's
was
saying.
This guy
B.
gets pushed. This guy gets pushed into the
The
generic.
imagination
army
was
guy.
running
Right,
wild.
yeah,
you
this
just
is
had to let your
D.
imagination run wild, man.
I didn't even want this guy when I was like, we never even had this guy.
The Pringles man. He's got the Pringles mustache.
See,
You know what's
Dub, you
funny?
should
I
have been on
actually
my
think
side
this
earlier.
figure was hard
You
to
got
find.
in the world of the weirdos, and now you're in the weirdo world.
Yeah,
Like,
I think this figure was hard to find too. I think that they didn't make a lot of these characters. A lot of
I'm with Tommy. This is a D for me.
yeah, D.
What happened about the frolic?
But there's
No,
a bunch
no,
of Bs.
Dom.
There's a bunch
It's
of
not
Bs
that they
up there.
didn't make a lot of these characters. Nobody bought this fucking thing because it's a D character, bro.
Also,
I know, but
Don't you
Hey.
guys? Did you guys notice? I picked all the figure poses to match the card art.
Here's the other
Because
thing.
that's
Here's
what
the other thing
Joe
too.
has. They have
good
Nice.
work,
versions
good work.
where they match the card
Good
art.
work.
Everybody thinks it's fun in games, but this guy's the lippy part of his cap on the side broke it off, and then you get an asshole with a broken cap, and then nobody
No,
really
it
wants
didn't
it.
break. Mine didn't break off. My hat was there the whole time.
Ours did because everybody just kept throwing it. I don't want that trash
The-
character. And
It was
then
always
breaks it.
cool when you got this figure. It's
The
just-
extra bit for his gun, like the extra shoulder holster. See that little
Yeah.
bit sticking out? Like that always came off.
Yeah.
See, I always loved the fact of the jungle trooper, all the different types of troopers and this and that, and
You're right. He's not good.
love that. Yeah,
Mustache
you know
is ass, but the character's garbage.
What do we got? D. I see a few D's in there.
I give it a C.
Yeah, it's D.
I
There
give it
was
a C.
B's and D's.
D's.
I
$2.
give it a C.
So C,
D it is.
B's and D's. We'll average it out to C with D.
No way that's getting averaged out to a C.
I
No
vote
way.
D as well.
D's. All right.
D, 1B,
Yeah.
2Bs.
All right, Radio Raheem. D. D.
Yeah, there's no way I can let that happen. That's just crime of humanity. Fuck me, ripcord.
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 The redheaded stepchild of wearing a generic camo suit.
Yep.
The only reason this is not F is because of his accessory. Not all of his accessories. One
It was-
accessory.
Kind
Which
of cool, man.
accessory?
The jump pack.
Halo jumper. Jumping out of planes was big in the 80s.
Mm.
Dude, put it this way: if he was just laying on the ground without his accessories, you're not even. You're
Yeah.
you're
I'm not even sure he's
accidentally
a GI
setting-
Joe. I
Yeah.
think he's a GI Jeff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Army
I mean,
Corps.
I hate to say that we got to keep him out of the trash because he
D.
probably should go there. But Ripcord, see, what are you, Matthew?
I say D.
Hey, you like Ripcord?
Matt,
Maybe he liked the mask. He did have a mask
Nobody
and a helmet.
wanted the ginger-haired bastard.
that's what I'm
And
saying.
you-
He's like, he's
Yeah,
in the.
but you know what? When you fought against King Kong and you fought against characters, you used him as one of those characters that got killed.
Yeah, you gotta have a guy who dies. You
Yeah.
gotta have the throwaway
Norman
guy.
Johnson.
All right, move that to D, and then let's go to Roblox with the fucking.
The-
This character is great because the
Pointiest gun
cartoons,
in the
right?
world.
Huh?
The pointiest gun in the world.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
guns. Well, you get to set it up too.
Yeah, you got that. It takes a half hour. Give me a second, guys. Hold on. I gotta get the base. I gotta
It
hook
didn't
this
take
up.
that long to set up the base. You just put the base up and poke the little thing in the little hole.
Look at who does he look like?
Ron Simmons.
He does though.
Or Marvin Hagler. Like the figure, the toy himself kind of looks like Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Yes, yes.
The card art though doesn't, but the
No.
toy.
The toy, exactly, right?
Because the card art looks a little bit like Bald Bull from Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yes,
That
yes.
he does.
Yes, he does.
But the toy looks like Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Plus, he was great in the card. I actually, I'll be honest, unique weaponry. Maybe, yeah. I guess.
He rhymed and told us not to touch power cords and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I like them because don't touch the power. He's got probably one of the best PSAs. Right?
Yeah, he had a good gimmick. He had to,
Get away from those wires.
he had a good gimmick with that rhyming bit.
Yes.
We got some B's. All right, put him in B.
Yeah.
Bryce having a cookout.
Who's having a cookout?
Oh,
Right,
look
Jay.
at this.
All right, scrap
Like it's
iron.
all leaking
There's your
in. Scrap iron.
iron.
I'll. Okay. This
It
guy.
looks like he's holding the toy looks like he's holding a
Knife.
knife in this picture.
He is.
It confused me. I'm like, why has he got a knife?
Is he? No, is that?
No, he's got
that's
the
thing.
the
The
pistol.
detonator.
Thing to shoot the missiles.
Yeah. We had a couple of these, and it was awesome because I had the missile launchers, and you can use the missile launchers and put them up for different strategic battle
Yeah,
planning.
but you can use the missile launchers without scrap iron. Scrap iron sucked.
Now, scrap iron, the classified series, the new one that came out now, that's badass.
That's just because of the missiles.
I-
Otherwise,
you know,
you have the big.
I
ass
just really
goggles
like the
and
missile
yeah,
launcher.
helmet.
I'm just saying.
I love the Cobra guys.
I'm not saying this guy's A. I'm saying C, but still.
I'm saying this guy's waving in my plane with the fucking flashlight. That's what he's doing.
But you know what? He actually betrayed Cobra Commander in the Panther Rise. Panther Rise. You know,
He was really dope in that new Duke
Yeah,
comic book
he
too.
did.
Scrap iron is not A.
Strong
C. Yes,
Yeah.
I'll agree. C character.
All
there
right.
we go.
All right, I'll give you guys.
Yes, senor.
As we say, spirit.
Spirit.
A
you know-
A plus character.
You know what's kind of crazy?
Comes
In
with the
cartoon,
comes with
you know,
freedom.
Snake Eyes in the comic book, Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow always had a rivalry and fought. In the cartoon, it was Spirit against Storm Shadow all the time.
Did you guys ever take a knife from a different character and give it to him so that he would have a
Yes.
knife that he could use to stab
So he
people?
could be like Billy in Predator. Yeah,
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Really.
like Dom said. Like,
Exactly. Exactly.
you
I don't know
can't
about
play
Dom
Predator without Spirit.
He's S tier. This is what I'm saying. Like Mutt
out
and
there.
Junkyard,
Ain't no
not
man.
the best animal, but he had a falcon or an eagle, a bald eagle called
Eagle.
Freedom. Pretty dope, fun. His gun was ridiculous. I mean, absolutely ridiculous.
Big ass darts, and then his backpack had more darts in it.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was a tracker too, man. Mind you of Hunter from Bad Batch. The
What was
tracker.
his name too? It was Spirit's Long Knives or something like that. Was his Iron Knife? Spirit Iron Knife
Yeah.
was his name. He's great character. S tier.
You have an S,
I
an
don't
A,
know.
and two B's.
Oh really?
You know what?
Yeah, I didn't love Spirit as much.
I give him B. I'm
like AB. I'm
See, this is why the Eagle Freedom just overdoes it. You know what I mean? Hey, don't
Freedom is
switch
kind of
them.
cool.
I'm working it, and you're moving it around.
I think it was A tier, but Freedom makes him S.
Hey, Spirit can't take care of what's his name, the parrot that Shipwreck had.
Oh yeah.
Probably want a cracker.
I thought this was better than Shipwreck.
See me, I feel
That's a
he's
little
right there with personally. He's with Roblox and Mutt. But
No,
I can
no.
go A,
Freedom's
but I
way
don't know
better
what
than
the chat's saying. What do we got? B's, we got A's, we got
We've got
John,
two B, three B's, two A's, and an S.
Yeah.
I'll give it B.
I'm good with an A.
I'm good with a B.
All right, put him in A.
Like when all is said and done, averaging all that out,
A.
what everybody said, I think
You
A.
got to put.
We're getting
Storm
S
Shadow.
tier, right?
Yeah.
S, and then let's go to the next one.
I mean, it's this is kind of not. I know
Dude,
it feels
I
like
just
a waste
fo-
of
I just
time,
found-
but we
I
should give
just
him the
found-
time.
I found this card, the card back, not the figure, but the card back in mint condition, not too long ago.
Oh, yeah?
2 years ago.
I
Yeah,
like
it's
this. Storm Shadow's another character. You know, you had to get all these characters, man, and the top tier characters were always the hard ones to get when I went to the store.
His backpack was awesome. Like
Yeah.
the bow with arrows. Like
Bows, exactly. He had the swords. And
S
everything.
baby.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's an automatic S. I
I
don't think
know we
anybody.
don't really have to debate this one.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
Give anybody fucking
Boom, right there.
There you
There's
go.
your card back.
There you go.
Right
Oh
there.
yeah. Give anybody.
Pete.
Give anybody.
You got to show your shirt, Pete. That's all GI
Oh.
Joe in there, right? I like the GI Joe.
Yeah, these are all little 8-bit Mega Man GI Joes, but there's like at least 30 or 40 of them on this
9-bit.
shirt.
That's cool.
9-bit.
Yeah, first few waves. Most of the dudes we're talking about are right here on this shirt.
Love 9-bit.
18-bit.
18-bit.
Hold on, I
You
gotta
know,
get Storm Shadow up there.
Listen, when they started redoing the decos on the Jeeps and stuff like that, I just didn't.
There's two pictures for each vehicle. There's the box, and then there's what's inside the box.
Oh, I can show that's cool.
What's in
Yeah,
the
so that's what I'm
box?
saying. Each vehicle has two.
Yeah.
So you can show both.
Oh, they're
Colors
It's a
are
redo.
reversed.
It's a redo of the Jeep,
of the what?
of the Vamp. Like this is
Vamp with a
from
good
wave
clutch.
1. There was a green.
Yeah,
Jeep.
I mean they moved it to the
Redo.
sideways. They changed around
Yeah.
the fighting thing.
They gave it like the doors. It's got like the doors in the roof. In the
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I always liked the.
Well, the
look
other
at
one
a
had the
Safari
doors that
Jeep.
hooked to the roof.
It looked like a Safari Jeep.
yeah, the other
What
one I
is
think
it?
was more of an open Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the original one didn't have the doors. It was like an open Jeep. This is the Jeep that kind of matches what they'll eventually do with the Dreadnoks later. We didn't get to that yet.
Yeah, if you look at
They
the
got a
box and you
green
look at the
blue-
toy, it's definitely different.
Yeah.
The colors are definitely wrong.
Oh, yeah, the colors are a little off.
Well, it's like it's like a more of a desert style here with
Yeah.
this clutch, but it's another version of clutch with
Yep.
his shoe polish.
I mean, I always love anything with the rocket launchers at that point, but it's C at best.
I'm
B?
actually more like a BC because the next one is better.
They're saying B. They're saying C. See, I'm at C.
You got
'cause
a
I
B
think-
and a C, yeah.
Give
I'm
it a C.
thinking-
We'll give it a C. Give it a C.
Yeah,
I think
I'll
C
give it a
is appropriate.
C. Bryce says C.
Because the next one is better.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one's better.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
the
But this
Cobra-
also too. You want to talk about misleading?
I had this.
Yeah, see, and this is where the tops. I like this one because it wasn't the side thing. The tops could come off all the time. It was easier to get the missile rack. The missile was bigger on this.
Yeah, the missiles
This is
were
fun.
bigger on this one.
And this
Cobra-
fucking thing could
Cobra
take a
also, I like-
beating. This thing could take a beating like nobody's business. The only
Oh,
thing you
yeah.
had to worry about was you had to take off the missile launcher while you were launching this off your roof, and
My
that was it.
door kept falling off.
The back part maybe. Yeah, but you could put them back on easily.
I know, but it kept falling off like it was like really loose.
Oh well, you did something wrong to that. Don't-
Yeah,
or
yeah.
just do the heat trick where you do this, or twin your mouth at the teeth and do the teeth bend. Just don't do that in the guy's thumbs.
Oh yeah, because then they'll break.
Break off.
Oh yeah.
They'll break off eventually.
I had a whole bunch of broken hands on Joe's
GBB.
back in the day.
Yeah, but this one was better, so this is definitely.
I actually think what did the box look like on this? Because I think it looks better than the box. Right?
Do you not? There you go. There you go.
I like this.
Yeah.
I give it a B.
Yeah. I like
I
that
think
black
B,
matte
yes.
look.
yeah, B for me on
B
this
it
one.
is. Okay. B it is.
I also like the figure. I like the Cobra dude in the light
Yeah.
gray.
Yeah.
It's
Not
different
a
than
bad
the
figure.
Cobra, the black
Especially-
Jeep. much
Especially
better.
because it was easy to like Cobra build with having him, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah.
get bad guys that were generic guys that
Army
you could kill
builders.
off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, army builders.
Oh,
I love
water
this.
moccasin. This is definitely an A. I had
Yes.
this. I played with this in the. I went to the beach. I played with it
Yep.
in the bathtub. I did
Yep,
everything.
this
with
thing went in the water. This thing went in
Yes.
the water. This was
Yeah,
fine.
they did. Not only that, but the side storage was sweet in this.
The side, yeah, exactly. A little side panel.
And
too.
You had-
Copperhead.
you also had like all the stuff that came with this, the shield, for the gunner. You had, I mean, there
Yep.
was a lot of little intricate shit in here, and then you had
Oh,
the
yeah.
ramp push off too that you could use. Very good thing. I would say A.
This is
Yeah,
A.
I'm at
I
least
say
an A. I love this thing. It was great.
Oh, there's somebody's throwing out big words. Oh,
You got a
Yes.
couple S's.
There's a couple of. I mean, it's pretty close.
This is
I
how
mean,
they
hey,
get
the
around
guy-
in
hey,
Florida.
the guy's out on the lake on a boat with his chest out. I'm not gonna complain about that.
Oh,
That's
dude,
my lifestyle.
Copperhead was awesome.
more of a
That's my lifestyle,
swamp
bro.
swamp traveler.
That's my lifestyle. Just out there on the lake, chest out.
Come on, look, and plus the cover art, you had Cobra Commander and Destro on top of the. Come on, man.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Destro and the
yeah.
gunner spot, dude. That's cool. You could get a lot. This vehicle had a lot of accessibility because of all the people you could put. Like the problem, I like these vehicles, but like you had the one punch on the back, and really it was wobbly. It wasn't.
Oh, where they're holding on to the bar.
Yeah,
like
and then you couldn't hold on to the thing
you
with
put
this.
their feet in the pegs, and then they're holding
Yeah.
on to the bar. They would fall off.
Yeah, this was a little bit more accessible because you had to put them on the bend down.
You could drop
You
them in
could
the gunner spot.
Second guy in the gunner spot. You could take one of his foot and put it in the storage unit and put the other one on the peg.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the Cobra Marcus.
This is.
I like that.
This is good. I like this.
Yeah,
What are we doing with this one?
I think it's
Wait, you're counting. I'm keep going back to chat.
I'll put it in.
We got S, 2
There's a
S's,
couple
2
S's.
A's, and a B.
I have an A.
That
I
lands
think
an A
I
for
think
me.
A
Yeah.
is fine for this.
Okay.
A is solid.
Oh, the big boy,
This
the
too.
whale.
I had this too.
I got this for Christmas.
Yes.
I didn't think. I hate to say this, but I didn't think the whale was as cool because it wasn't as playable as the moccasin.
You could load
like
dudes
that.
up inside there, though.
I know, but like, I don't know.
I don't know that weird little moped or whatever the fuck that shit was,
I didn't
Yeah.
like Cody Cutter.
dude. I mean, you
Turd
guys know,
Cutter.
my father-in-law is basically Cutter.
Oh, all right. Well, that's why you have an attachment to it.
Yeah, like, I mean, it was before. I mean, I had an attachment to this vehicle when I got it as a kid before I met my father-in-law. But I'm saying, my father-in-law's in
your
the Coast
father-in-law.
Guard. He's basically Cutter. Like he's got pictures with that hat. He's got the stash. Granted, he's all grayed up.
Yeah.
But they got the little deep sea charges. Look at the charges you
It's
drop
pretty
off
cool.
the side.
Little bike, get the little bike.
You got the little
You lost those charges all the time. Those fucking things.
yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
And then
easy to
like
lose.
little
I
boogie
had
board
this,
thing.
man.
You got the boogie board thing. You can go boogie boarding with this.
I just see the next thing, so I'm saying this is B because.
Yeah,
We
I'm
got
fine with
2 S's and an A.
Oh man, I see
Yeah.
my
A's and an
S tier. I see my S tier vehicle coming up, bro.
I
next,
know
but
there's
it's
one
coming
there
up.
too.
Yeah.
I'm fine
Alright.
with B. This is a B to me because again, this is a big one. This is a big present that I got as a kid. So
I'll be
I
on
will-
it. What do we got? Where we at? What do you got down?
We've got 3 A's and an S in the chat.
You know,
Oh shit.
my mom got this for me. You know, and all
A
the
is
toys my
fine.
mom got me, I always cherished that she got for me. You know, and I would put everything in S tier because I love what my mom got me. But this definitely, I wasn't crazy about Cutter.
yeah, I get it. I mean, as a figure, yeah.
You know, the figure. Yeah, but I would put this B.
Yeah,
B
well, it got
plus.
saved. Got saved to A because there was an S vote there then. I didn't have this one. A friend did, and I liked it, and he wouldn't let me play with it that
kinda
much, and that made
sucked.
me want more. Really?
I did have it too. The little
Had
ship
this
thing
too.
was all right, but dude, Deep
Had it
Six sucked.
Yeah, Deep Six was like a Star Wars figure.
He wasn't even like he didn't move.
I know.
He just
I mean, the vehicle's what I like because they had the pop ups and all that stuff. Like that's what I liked. I mean,
yeah. I mean, the vehicle was all right, but it
I
didn't
had this-
overcome. The figure sucked.
I would go and see.
Yeah,
on
this was a terrible figure.
Definitely go and see.
yeah, but it was all
It's
inside.
short.
All right, C sounds all right. I have no
Yeah,
attachment.
Matthew's
Well,
giving
no,
it a C as well.
Again,
Wow.
you're looking at it fondly because you didn't have it.
Yeah, absolutely. I get that 100%.
Yeah, I had it, and I'm like, man, this kind
I'm also looking more at the vehicle this time than I am the figure, which I've been looking at all of them is like the vehicles.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
all.
and the vehicle's all right, but it's also one of those weird things. Is like, what am I going to do with this? It's kind of like it doesn't feel realistic. So when you're trying to play and play with my
Oh
toys
well,
and
so
trying to make it-
hold on now.
like a
That's where it
spaceship.
goes. I did it. Yeah, I played it as a spaceship.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say this is an easy ship.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
fly.
Played it as a spaceship, and that's what pissed my buddy off because he said like,
yeah,
it
because I
doesn't-
want to go play in space. I'm playing down the
Yeah.
ground level. I'm on the streets.
Well, do that with the asshole that lived behind me, and you don't get to play anymore with it.
Like I said, I'm like Dom. I'm playing Predator down here. I'm
Oh,
not.
man,
a-
Yeah, he was
let me
too
tell you something.
technical. Boys.
I
He didn't
didn't
switch
want
up
to come to
guys in
me.
different vehicles. He never switched up
I'm-
any of the stuff.
Yeah, I may collect toys and keep them in packages now when I'm not. But dude, when I was a kid, man, these things got run through the mill. I played with these things.
My GI Joes were fighting Brainiac from the Superpowers because he was the goddamn Terminator.
Put it in
Hey,
C.
I was blowing up GI Joes with firecrackers and doing friggin' things with styrofoam things. I swear.
Put it in C.
That's where I got him. That's where I got it.
Slugger.
This was
I
a
didn't
fun little
have this.
tank.
No, Slugger's trash.
It was a fun
Trash.
tank because it moved. Unlike the big tank, you couldn't move it unless you put the batteries in it and let it drive. You couldn't just push it because of the goddamn tracks. The original tank. Remember, we did it the last time.
Yeah,
This one you could at least move. You could drive it around. It had wheels.
I know I didn't have this. I know growing up I didn't have this. The
But
Slugger
Thunder
figure was
sucked.
pretty cool.
That dude sucked.
Imagination, Bri. You just go like that. That thing looks like a sweet. It looked like a sweet like rocket ship. So
This was like Bill Burr with a goddamn lantern.
yeah, D at best. Thank you, Tommy. This is dog shit. D for dog shit.
D for dog shit.
And he's got a lantern. Why does he have a fucking lantern?
I don't know, but the tank itself was
It
kind of
wasn't
cool.
a lantern. It's a spotting scope.
It had a huge ass boom. Like I felt like it was oversized.
brownie points for the cannon.
Exactly. The cannon was it. And granted, I'm only arguing for C. This isn't anything better than a C.
You got a C and a D in the chat.
I give it a D.
I'm just trying to fight for a C.
D. It gets a D.
Marco says D.
Well, Dom says D.
Dom, what'd you say?
D.
Oh, sorry, Pete.
Don't
Yeah,
worry about it.
D.
'Cause, the only way you're not getting kicked out of this show
Your
right
underwater
now.
spaceship. This isn't Meg 2, the trench.
Hey, the only if you never invited back, never S tier. I don't just S tier.
I
Oh,
had this to
yeah.
Rattler.
I
Rattler,
have
S
this
tier.
now.
S tier. By the way, this did come in a blue version. I don't know why this is black here.
It's blue. It's a deep, like
Oh,
it's a
it's
navy.
blue. Yeah,
Yeah,
dark blue.
it's-
Navy blue.
Dude, how cool were all the missiles? They had the tri-missiles that you could single out.
So many
They had all
pieces.
coverings on
the
the engine.
and stuff. You could blow the engines up. You could actually pull those engines out into other pieces. So like you could lose an engine. This is the shit. They had the rattling gun underneath. The wheels came out in and out. You could turn up sideways. Everything.
You could redo the scene from Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark and get that.
Why did you guys play GI Joes with GI Joes? You guys are the weirdest kids I've ever met.
I put toys all together. They were the same
I
size.
had Joe's playing-
The
I
Indy
had my
toys were the
character
same
playing with
size.
Boba Fett. All that stuff going on, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
Boba
I
Fett
had
was
the
the same size.
25th anniversary version of this as well. And
By
I
the
had
way-
Indiana
Yeah, go
Jones and his dad in this plane.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Sorry, son. They got us.
Not just that, but like
We
the
got-
character, the red guy that was in there too, wasn't a bad dude.
Wild Weasel.
And-
man.
And by
No,
the
I
way,
lose it.
that back cannon swiveled. The back gun.
Oh yeah,
thing,
yeah.
Wild
sweet.
Weasel
And
was
was
the
two
fight-
pieces. And
Wild
remember,
Bill.
it popped up on a hinge and then popped out.
Don't forget the wings. They did
That's why I
like
said the
the
wings turn. Yeah,
the wings did like that the True Lies hover kind of thing.
this was the craziest thing out of this whole wave.
And I had this, man. It was
This
fun.
was awesome. This was great. I mean, granted, it got a little outdone. I think when that other jet came out, the Raven or whatever the hell
The
it was
Night
called.
Raven.
Yeah, the one that had the
ST3,
extra.
yeah,
Yeah. But that was that
But
was,
this
yeah.
was still like at the time. That was my favorite.
That's
vehicle.
That's the cat's meow.
That's S
That is
tier.
the cat's meow.
Oh boy, here we go.
S tier. I'm telling you, I
It-
waited for this figure to come out, and when it finally came out, my mother could not find this damn thing. And they took it off the market because of the follow card. The follow card had schizophrenic, and because
What are you talking about? They still had
used
this
that
on
word
there.
on the back, yeah.
Yeah, but they still had this out there.
No, yeah, but they changed the schizophrenic.
I think what you're saying, they updated the file card.
Oh,
They
updated the
changed
card,
the
yeah.
word.
And so
Go ahead.
try and find the card, the package with the schizophrenic writing.
Trying to find the package. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like it was great that they didn't give him too much. They gave him the little speeder thing that you could put multiple
I
people
like
on. It didn't really matter. But this is the thing. I left it outside. I almost like lost it because one of my brothers left it outside to see if he'd ever changed back colors. And if you left it out for like a week in the sun, it took a while.
Well, if you took him out too long, he stayed blue forever.
Yeah. So there was another thing too with the blue, the chemical they used, they made with the with the blue. They had to take that one off the market. There was a couple of problems with the blue because it was
Kids were licking it.
yes, there was some so they turned. Yeah, it's crazy. But so finally I was able to get this damn thing, and I was happy as kid as shit, man, because this is my character, man.
Where's the I was gonna say show the other.
It is S tier. Oh, the armor thing
Here's
too.
Yeah.
My problem with this
The mask.
and again,
the mask
I still agree. S tier on the figure alone with the the chest plate. You get like that see-through chest plate, that weird ass mask with the bearded guy. But I will admit,
but you could put that into the backpack.
His vehicle sucked. That thing, it just never stayed together. It fell apart all the time. It was too fragile.
Yeah, it did, because once you took it apart and put it inside the thing as it
just fell apart like the stupid skis. Like they never stayed.
Yeah, I don't know, man. All you did was turn it into
I just didn't use it. I'm just saying, I like the figure. I just didn't use the shit.
Speaking of imagination, all you did was turn it into one of those Star Wars speeder things. You know that they use. That's it.
Listen, all I know is that this is an S tier to me, man. This is my favorite. This is S tier. You know, look, the vehicle might be A tier, but Zartan is fucking S tier, man. That's
only.
How many times did you use Zartan and not even put on the mask, but have him behind Joe lines? Because you just in your head had him change his face.
Just in your head, you use them in disguise.
Go to full screen real quick. I want to show you something.
Oh, good lord!
Here's my problem. The only other problem I have, apart from the vehicle, which kind of sucked, while we bring Tom up, is his weapon. He just gave him a little pistol.
Yeah,
that's the only other thing.
I don't have a problem with that because you can sub out different.
So here, this is the Super 7, right? The Super 7 Zartan.
Okay.
And on this file card, what does it say on the file card? Can you see it?
The schizophrenic.
Yep, it says schizophrenic.
Oh wow.
What does that have to do? I don't understand.
He's just saying they went back to the OG.
Yeah, because the schizophrenic thing was.
Yeah, but that just seems like you're wasting money.
They didn't want to put it out there because they felt that it was that they didn't want to offend people who had schizophrenic. Because schizophrenia is big. A lot of people have that. So because the character itself had it, they put it on a toy and they took it off. You know how it is with the toys. Like they took Slave off Slave 1. You can't. It's no longer Slave 1. It's a Firefly. I mean, a Fire Spray. So.
Yeah, Firefly. It's a different show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's the.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like your love of the character is because on one card it said schizophrenia on it.
No, that's not his love of the character. He's just pointing that out.
It was hard to find when it came out. It was hard to find when it first came out because people wanted it.
Yeah, it's S tier.
And then when they re-released it again, they released it with a new file card. They took away the schizophrenia.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess that's my childhood. I didn't even give a shit about that. I just gave a shit that the guy, you put him outside and he changed colors. And then he's a cool ass character. Yeah. Yeah, and then even too, like you could put on his chest. I thought his chest plate was cool. Everything about this dude was fucking cool, man.
They put in the face like the mask inside his backpack.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Also, for real. He's a mercenary. They put him in a category as mutant because of his abilities to change color.
He turns fucking blue.
Yeah.
Normal people don't turn blue.
I know. So look, and that's
maybe Mystique was his dad.
Unless you were me as a kid, because apparently I was told. I don't remember any of this. I was told as a kid I used to hold my breath when I would have a fit, and I wanted to get my way to the point where I'd pass out. So I turned myself blue to the point of passing out if I didn't get my way. When I was a little kid, that's what I was told. I was a little fucking brat.
You know,
I don't doubt that story.
I'm hoping that he shows up in the Cobra comic. It's heading towards that.
Oh yeah. Well, we already got the.
Oh yeah, he's going to.
We're just waiting on Dreadnoks, man. That's it.
We're just waiting.
He probably already has, and you don't even know yet.
Yeah.
We just didn't get Zanzibar yet.
Right. Now this, I'm going to give it A because I like Cobra Commander, and
I'm going to give this one B.
Really?
Yeah.
I love the hooded version of Cobra Commander.
And too bad. Oh, and you know what the funny thing is? They don't want to make it today, but they made a Baron Zemo with a hood on the Legends figure, but they can't make a Cobra Commander with a hood.
I used to take Dr. Mindbender's fucking cape and put it on this Cobra Commander because I thought it was cool.
I thought this was I thought it looked the head sculpt on this looked weird.
I like the original Cobra Commander, but this was pretty cool. The hooded,
it was like taking a Pac-Man ghost and putting it on a GI.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you actually look at it in real person, like I like the cartoon version of it. But this version, I was like, yo, this ain't what? Give me the shiny dome, bro.
Well, you know what's funny? They had two different versions of this. They had a dark blue, like the blue you see on the left hand side. And then when you actually got the figure was like a darker blue. But there was two variants on this.
Well, they did that with the classifieds. They gave you the light version and the dark.
Yeah, they put that.
Yeah, leftover spare part figure.
Yeah.
I'm at least, again, personally, I'm at least an A on Cobra Critic, because again, I get what you're saying. In the cartoon, it did play better than on the figure. And the little pistol was kind of shitty. But I like the rest of his outfit and the the little knife that he has on the leg.
I mean, I think Matthew's right. There was tones of the characters and the Cobras of being that. I mean, like, that's not, if you didn't, I mean, that's what it is. You can't knock him for that. But no, like, this is that's not why I dislike this figure. I just like this figure because it didn't look good. Like, it didn't how well some of the other sculpts. I mean, like, you got, hold on now. Think about how spoiled we were. Same wave. This. You know what I mean? Same wave.
Well, you had to mail away for him.
Yeah, well, I wasn't worried about it.
Well, you know what's funny?
They
have a Cobra Commander that came out for the figures with him at a podium. He's at a podium.
That was a San Diego.
Yeah, San Diego Con.
San Diego Con exclusive.
Yeah, you do get a little bit of foot soldier vibes there. I see that. I mean,
Matthew, this wave was a pretty good wave. Vehicle wise, really, they had really good vehicles, and they had a few good figures.
Yeah,
I agree. There's actually no trash. I don't think anybody was trash. There's some lower end dudes. Ripcord.
I'd probably put that Cobra in B. Did you put? Oh, you put him in.
I put it in A because I'm biased.
I actually like the fact that they released Zartan.
But also, I mean, later I'm not alone.
A lot of the chats I gave it an A.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I thought that that head sculpt was fucking tough to look at.
I get you.
Yeah, you just posted the same person saying A twice.
Well, they said
somebody else that said it. Joe said it A. Okay, there you go. But then we got 2 Bs, 3 Bs. Uh-oh.
No trash.
I only saw one.
Nobody's gonna trash that.
Nobody's gonna trash those.
A, 3 A's. Okay, cool. Put it in.
Yeah. Where are you getting these B's from? That was before. You're going too far back.
Yeah. 3 A's. 3 A's and 2
I think it's a solid. I think we had a solid list for this wave. This is a great wave.
Yeah, it's a good wave. This was a really good wave. God, man.
Such good
stuff. Some of my faves. I really do like.
I miss the days, man. I really do. I
hear you. I'm with you. Well, and it won't be like that again.
I know.
Well, yeah, because we're not kids anymore.
Yeah, because we're not kids anymore. I know. Well, it doesn't matter. I can still
as long as Hasbro and the Hasbro team make
movies now, though, they're way cooler.
Make some friggin' new classifieds.
I had to give up on the class. I think there's too many. Like, I had to stop.
The classified Zartan's pretty cool. I like the Zartan classified.
Oh yeah, I got Zartan around here.
Move this up so we can see S tier. Pete.
What? Oh, you want to go up?
Yeah. Jesus.
Fairness, Storm Shadow, Rattler, and Zartan.
Yep. That's kind of cool. And you know what's funny? A lot of these figures were hard to get in the store growing up.
Just went to Gregory's.
Yeah, I think
there was no Gregory's in New York. I lived in Spanish Harlem, man. And
yeah, I think it might be regional where you were.
We had to hike it, but there was a Gregory's.
There was a toy store. There was a toy store on 106th Street. On 106th Street, that when I used to get my Transformers, they always used to get everything. And I used to go there on 30th Avenue, 106th Street, and that's where I used to get my toys.
We were the Midwest. This is another, besides comics, another reason why the Midwest is great is because these toys. Because Kenner wasn't far.
What was your toy store? Was it
hour and a half away? Well, for me, we were poor, so it was Kmart Blue Light Special. Yeah,
Kmart. I would get a lot of things on clearance from like Montgomery Wards.
Montgomery Blue Light Special, Montgomery Wards, or what was the one? What was the? It wasn't Burlington Coat Factory, but there was some other outlet. I can't remember what it was called. It was just trash.
Carvel.
Like you went in and it was dirty. Yeah, you went in and it was dirty. It was just dirty. It was like a flea market, but not flea market.
Growing up, we had Gimbals, we had Alexanders, we had Corvettes.
Corvette, that's it. That's what it was. Those are all fancy stores that you're talking about.
Yeah, you're talking about fancy. Yeah, what was the discount one that started with D, or was it Woolworth? It could have been Woolworth.
Kresge was.
No, it was Woolworth. Woolworth was shitty. right?
Yep.
Woolworth,
Yeah,
was
Woolworth is
shitty.
kinda,
They
Woolworth
used
didn't
to
have a
have-
lot. It was like a
I used-
drugstore almost.
I used to walk in there and they used to have a whole wall of Star Wars, and then they had the GI Joes. But the Star Wars figures were always great in the '70s when I went to Woolworths. They used to have all of them on the for $2, $1.50.
$2.
Our
Kmart-
Woolworth, the Woolworths I went to sucked.
Now you're
Kmart,
paying
we
$20
didn't.
for a figure.
We weren't allowed to go down the toy section, but what we were allowed to do was go to the bins.
Mm.
Kmart used to have these fucking bins in the middle of the aisles, and it would have a pole and literally a light that was blue on it. Remember this, Dub?
Mhm.
Yeah, and you
Right in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, right in the middle, just
I
right in the
remember they
middle
used
of
to
the
have
shit.
also a diner. We used to go to Woolworths. They had a diner. You can get food over the counter too. It was kind of funny. Like you walk in there, there was like a diner, and then you walk in.
I'm thinking of like
We
the Kmart
definitely
having,
live
like,
different
little,
lives. This is not We got
No,
to
dude.
shop at the bottom barrel bullshit places.
What about the little snack bar? They had the ices, and they'd have these you know, the hot dogs on
Yeah,
the roll.
Kmart had those at the front.
Yeah, the
You
Kmart
get the
had
ices and the popcorn.
Oh, with the ices and shit. Yeah.
right at the
Yeah,
front.
with the
Frozen
little
Cokes, they were called back then. They weren't
Yeah,
ices.
frozen Cokes.
Frozen
Shit, every
Cokes.
Christmas, man, I used to wait
Ices
for
is-
the
Ices is a
catalog,
brand name.
man. The Sears
Cokes.
catalog and JCPenney catalog. They used to have all the special.
Oh,
special Star Wars
I got the catalogs. I didn't get
Oh,
anything
catalog.
out of the catalogs.
I
But I
didn't
got
even
the
get the
catalogs.
catalog. No.
Those came in the
That
mail.
catalog didn't make it in the
How
front
about
door.
one of those?
Yeah,
One of those?
No,
One
that
of those?
catalog
Yeah.
didn't make it in the front door.
Yeah, Kmart had a cafeteria. I do remember that, all the way in the back. Sometimes they did have that.
all this shit.
They had layaway right by layaway.
Here.
Yeah, right
That's
by
where
Layaway
Layaway was.
cafeteria, yeah.
Right by layaway. I know that.
Then they
Right
got
by
turned
Layaway.
into Little Caesars later on. The Kmart.
Did
You know what
cafeteria.
toys I had? You know what toys I wound up getting? Battlestar Galactica toys back in the day too.
Yeah.
You know, when they came out, because my brother was a Battlestar Galactica fan and Star Trek fan, and he used to watch, get the stuff with Battlestar Galactica. I used to watch that. Well, I used to like that a long time ago.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I used to mix. Well, Battlestar Galactica used to get mixed with the Star Wars guys because
Right, they didn't have Walmart.
Yeah, the little
Yeah,
droid-
we did not have Walmarts here until like
No,
the
later on.
90s.
The
You
90s.
gotta remember, Kmart was out. Myers too.
Yeah.
Myers is from here, so
So was Kmart.
yeah. So
Kmart was
Kmart was out my way. Even
Toys R Us.
Well, that's
man.
where it
Toys R Us
expanded.
Yeah, they went. Yeah, they
Shit.
went out. there.
Kmart.
Who the hell went to Toys R Us? Toys R Us was we couldn't
I-
even drive in the parking lot. Toys R Us.
We had
I
Toys
Toys
R
R
Us.
Us and Children's Palace. I did go to those when I was older.
Yeah, see, I didn't
Children's
go.
Palace.
I didn't go
Yeah.
those. I think I went to Toys R Us when I first had a niece. I went to Toys R Us and was like, "What is this fucking?" place?"
Like I never got anything for Toys R Us, but I went with my dad to Toys R Us. And
Wow,
we
there
didn't
were
get
so
anything.
many. Yeah, there was. We didn't have one.
much
Good old
stuff.
days, man. Hey, we should do a tier at stores back in the day.
On stores.
On
No,
stores.
it's not gonna be a great tier. I only went to like one store.
It's,
So
well, yeah, it's also too regional. Like we'll start
Yeah.
arguing. Like, what are you talking about? You didn't have a Bradley's? You guys didn't have Caldor?
well,
Yeah,
was
so-
Children's
like-
Palace on the east side, or was it everywhere, Dub?
Children's Palace was. There was definitely some on the east side. I don't know if it was anywhere
What
else.
was
It was
it?
when I was younger. It was like a Toys R Us type store, but cheaper. I mean, I would get ads for both. When
I know
was
they
younger, I
had
was getting ads.
they had KB's in the mall, right?
Yeah, KB's and Circus
Yeah,
World.
KB was
mall.
in the mall. Yeah,
KB was in the mall.
Yeah,
Hey.
and then Circus World too. That was definitely, but everything was expensive at Circus World.
KB is where I got most of my Marvel shit. Like the
But later on, there was
Our-
KB Toy
oh,
Outlet.
I'm sorry, Secret Wars, and then
And
That was after
those
that
were
one,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
remember-
the outlets were awesome.
I remember when I was doing exterminator work. I was an exterminator. I was driving a van in the Bronx, and I was stopping to all these like small toy stores that they had to find all these. Remember the starting lineups? How the starting lineup was a lot of money. I was going looking for those. The Spawn toys when Spawn first came out. I was
oh
looking for
yeah,
those.
yeah,
Todd's
when it
Toys.
first came out.
Yeah, I
Spawn
don't know.
first came out. Those
You're
things were
not-
they were hot.
I cannot relate.
I got you, Dom. That was
Yeah.
flea market hustling back then.
Yeah.
That was like
I
I mean,
found
with Dad,
the-
we'd go out to toy stores, we'd get these things that were hard to find, and
Yep.
then like a couple times in the summer, we'd go out to the flea market and sell, and he would
Yep.
sell these things. Just
It was kind of funny because I
Cards,
remember the
comics,
starting lineups. I asked
starting
the people,
lineups.
"You have any starting lineups?" And the woman comes downstairs with a whole box of starting lineups, and they had the Dennis Rodman with the different color hair that people
Mhm.
were looking for. I took the whole case. I said, "Give me the whole case."
Oh,
Took
wow.
that.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
things were like gold back then.
Yeah,
Did
hell
you
yeah.
sell any of them?
I actually did sell a lot of stuff back then. Back now, I haven't sold.
Oh,
yeah,
dang
I guess we are at after hours
You
now.
forgot
so
to
we have
run the
hit it.
thing.
It's all right. We're wrapping up anyway. We'll
Let's run it.
run the
No,
thing.
don't
All
run
right,
it.
where
Keep
is-
talking.
There it is.
While-
Yeah, so
We're wrapping up anyway. That's what I figured.
Oh, no, whatever. Well, you stopped Dom. You should have. What?
no,
All right.
No, I was with Dom. We were again starting lineups. All that that was
starting lineups.
that was
That was some
gold.
good shit. That was.
Beanie baby ass bitches.
I mean, it was when you think about it, because there
Yeah,
were
I mean-
figures like at the time. It's like, oh, the hot rookie. Everybody wanted like Dante Culpepper. Dante Culpepper. Who gives a shit about Dante Culpepper after he retires?
Cal
Nobody.
Ripken. There's a Cal Ripken figure, Tony Gwynn. People couldn't find the what was the figure they couldn't
Oh,
find?
Ken Griffey Jr. You had the sliding one and you had the jumping one. Like, which one
I got
did you want
I
to get?
got Derek Jeter. I got the Jeters, the first Jeter to the last Jeter. I have them all in my storage room.
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson. Oh yeah.
Worth about nothing. How do you not understand? How do you get FOMO, Dom, after knowing that you have a storage locker full of plastic bullshit?
The bullshit's worth money. It's a lot of shit that's worth money in my storage unit. A lot of shit.
Well, also, well. To be fair, I'm gonna say, yeah, starting lineups. Those starting lineups today aren't worth anything, but at the time,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm saying they were.
yeah, but like if you hold on to it too long, it probably not gonna be worth shit.
You know what my
yeah.
favorite starting lineup was? Don Mattingly, man. That's my favorite Yankee player.
Save those sideburns.
The shit, I left the fucking
Yeah.
hangouts open.
I had a few, but I didn't get into starting lineups like
Yeah,
that much.
I used to like back in the back then. I think I like my Juan Samuel and Greg Jeffries.
What about Jose Oquendo and Dan Pasqua?
They made everybody like they made Ron
did.
Darling.
They
Like,
did.
they had a Ron Darling starting lineup figure because
Yes, they did.
David Cohn.
They had the Gary Carter,
Yeah, Gary Carter.
Sid Fernandez. Remember Sid Fernandez?
Oh,
They
I
had
got
Sid
it. I
Fernandez.
remember keeping
Oh,
it
yeah.
in. I had a whole Mets row because I was right around
Yeah.
after 86.
They had friggin' what they had friggin' Howard
And
Johnson,
Mookie Wilson.
the Tuffle Shuffle.
Oh, man, there's
And
so
Duffel.
many. They made everybody into a goddamn
They
starting
did.
lineup back
They
then.
did.
They all look the same. It was like 3 or 4 poses.
They just,
Yeah, that's it.
They put different colors on them. Yeah,
Yeah, like, just put different uniforms on it. It's fine.
the black players, you have the white players, and they just said, "Here, this is that." It looks the same play. It looks the same.
Yeah,
pose
and
as-
then those were
those-
my dad would make his own. Like when
Yeah.
the players would get traded, he would just take out the paintbrushes and start painting on the backs of them.
I used to
Did
like,
that even through the McFarlane doing like the sports figures and whatnot. Like when they got a little bit later, he's like, "Oh, Brett Favre went to the Jets. Oh, I'm gonna make a Jets."
But I have the
Brett Favre.
original-
Make this
the
motherfucker
original
green.
McFarlane figures, all still packaged with the comic book. You know, back then those figures were all plastic, man. Like with the Minotaur, the what's the name? The Minotaur,
Yeah.
that thing, Overkill. I have those. Those-
Overt kill because they
I have
couldn't call them overkill for a
I have
while. They
the
had to
Mac.
add a T.
Right, Spawn. Yeah.
Overt kill.
I had the Max. I also
Leverage.
had Wetworks that came in the.
Oh yeah, those Wetworks dudes were cool.
Yeah.
I've bought and sold so many of that Max figure. It's ridiculous. Like how many times I've had that figure. I can't. Like there was one with the 4 Izzes in there.
Yeah.
And that was like
Oh,
from
dude.
FAO Schwartz. Only that he had 4 of them in the special version of it, and that one, like they're all gone. Like I used to buy that figure all the time, and I finally think I got rid of my last one like last year.
Huh.
Like, I would always get another one. Every time I got one, I would always find another one somewhere. But not anymore. That was it.
You know, it's kind of crazy. Man, like there was so many. You turned around, the new wave came out, and the new wave always had like a whole bunch of figures. I wish they would do shit like that today. Like when they make a Star Wars figure, they make 5 figures. And
Yeah,
that's
no,
it.
and back then it was like they almost made the whole lineup. Like
Yeah,
there
exactly.
legit waves were like each team had like 10 players.
Kirby Puckett. Remember Kirby Puckett?
Hmm? They had him a little heftier too. They gave him a little bit more around the middle, like Cecil Fielder.
No, he was never the same. When he got hit in the face with the ball, he never was the same. He lost the. He was like one of the best hitters in his time.
Leverage 239. It's like the last 2 panels on the last page. She comes in the form of her as the Goblin Queen, and then she's on the cover. But most likely considers 240 for her first appearance, I guess is what they call it. But like, because they don't consider what it was in 239 as anything more than cameo. So I
What about
agree.
234?
I agree with her. She's there. It's her, but it's not. It's not her in the costume of the Goblin Queen.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
still,
So it's
still
Madeline
based
Pryor.
on Madeline.
Not Goblin.
Madeline Pryor, the Goblin Queen is the
Well, no, I mean it's her. She, yeah, yes, though. Like the costume change,
Yeah.
like you see her on the front. The first time you see that is on that front cover of 39. Is that mine that's open, or is that somebody else's? Fucking this guy.
I don't know. Mine's not.
Somebody's going fucking loony in the chats right now. Anyways, the yeah, two circle jerking each other. What did it? The costume. So like the one you see on the front, you don't see it till 30 till 39, and it's like I was gonna pull up that, but you know how that gets. Then all of a sudden it becomes a fucking encyclopedia of stuff, and I'm showing like 15 cut pages and stuff like that. And I don't want to get all into all that. But yeah, no, Leverage. I agree with you. I agree 100% with you. But I'm just reporting the reports, reporting the whatevers, reporting the facts, I guess.
Well, regardless, I think we went 3 hours is long enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired.
I agree. I have to go finish eating dinner.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Okay, I gotta go to bed. I gotta work. I gotta do a double. But thank you for having me on, guys.
I was actually making the slides. I saw Zartan. I was like, shit.
He's like, can we get a? He's like, what if I suggest a special guest? I was like, who?
Zartan fan.
I said, yeah, that's fair.
I love Zartan, man.
We should have Zaggy on a Zaggy special guest one day.
Even though in the cartoon, he was badass, but also he had some episodes. Remember the episode when he put the bomb inside the place and they locked him up and he was like getting all scared because he wouldn't tell him where the bomb was.
Yeah, Zartan is cool character.
No, I still like it when they had the rock band.
But
that was the shit.
Zartan and the
Dreadnoks were Slither.
See, I didn't really care for. I didn't give a shit about most of the nods except for the brother sister and Zartan because those two would just do all types. Because those two also changed the sun.
Xandar and Zarena.
Yeah, they changed the sun.
I like the original. Like, I mean, Buzzsaw he looked like a.
They're okay.
Science teacher with a ponytail, like Blowtorch with he looked like a biker.
I get it. They're cool, but when the other characters can change colors in the fucking sun,
and then Ripper had the mohawk, but he had a huge head. Like his head was kind of big.
Plus, let's be honest, what's her name's tits were hanging out.
Oh, there's that too.
If you're into that as a boy, I mean, you're gonna like that figure. I mean, why do you think people like Jinx?
Yeah.
She was a ninja.
I mean, it's creepy now when you're an adult, but like as a kid,
Don Johnson was trying to friggin' heal her up and grab her in the movie.
Oh,
Don Johnson.
Don Johnson.
The Marlboro Man. Wait, what?
Well, Don Johnson was he was talking.
Duke's half brother.
Wait, which one was he? Was he Harley Davidson or was he Marlboro Man?
No,
he was the Marlboro Man.
He was the Marlboro Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Davidson was what's his name before he blew his face out.
Yeah, but he was
Whiplash, the guy that played Whiplash. They played the wrestler.
The wrestler.
What the hell is that?
Also, Diner. He did the popcorn trick.
Who?
Rourke? Mickey Rourke?
Yeah, Mickey Rourke. The popcorn trick in Diner. If you haven't seen the movie Diner, Diner's an excellent movie. Yes, it takes place.
He also played Marv.
It takes place in Baltimore, but it's fantastic.
He also played Marv.
Fucking Diner.
Yeah.
Good job. Yeah, Mickey Rourke.
Anyway, it was a.
Yeah, please remember, Joe's got a good PSA. Make sure you check their stuff out on Friday. But he said, please remember not to lick yours, Artan.
Artan. Well, back in the day, all those toys were made differently, if you think about it.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
it was made at a time when they didn't have to explicitly explain everything.
Exactly.
Don't put this in your ass.
Is your toys?
What happens if a kid jams this figure in their ass? Well, we better have a story about that.
Well, painting. Well, hold on now, though. But painting toy figures with lead.
Yeah.
Probably not the smartest move.
It may not be the smartest thing, but why would they put it in their mouths? I don't know.
That's
what kids do.
Kids put shit in their mouth.
I thought you had a kid. Yeah, kids put shit in their mouth.
Not when he's old enough. Yeah, toddlers put shit in their mouth. Eventually, he stopped putting things in his mouth.
Hey, Adults
Bro,
put
yeah.
shit in their mouth.
Well,
Kids carry shit around. They got their hands full of Joe, something holding Joe in the mouth. You try to,
and that's how you weed out the weak.
You're telling me we didn't? You never
The
did the
lead
thumb
poisoning
thing.
gets rid of those kids who.
You're telling me you never did the
Spit in their
thumb thing
mouth
on a
and they're
GI Joe
10, 12 years
figure. You're telling me you never did the thumb thing on a GI Joe figure, the bite thing.
Well, yeah,
You try to bite the thing.
yeah, and I paid the price. They broke.
The fingers you have
You just said who would do it? You, Pete. You would fucking do it. That's who would do it.
That's not the same thing. Is you would have to be sitting there like you licking your shirtless Zartan.
I don't know.
Like,
hey.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like for anything to happen to you, what are you going to
No,
be doing?
I bet you if you digest the thumb, it's probably not going well for you.
Well, you don't want to eat the thumb. Why would you swallow it? Spit that shit out.
Jesus Christ, Pete. I think you did eat a thumb.
I did not eat a thumb.
I think you ate a thumb, Pete. It wasn't you holding your breath that turned you blue. It was you eating a Zartan.
Thumb stew.
It was me.
Friday night, check out the boys live on the Qualified. Saturday night, check out the SNS live show. Sunday night, you're here for Star Wars Tales from Dark Side.
I don't know what you're doing.
Bad Batch episode. I haven't watched the Bad Batch episode yet, but
you might not
I heard it's really
just
good.
It's Easter.
And those Star Wars Unlimited cards have got a life of their own now, so you might want to check in and see what's going on with those.
Holy shit, those things are hard.
Those things are everybody's going nuts for those.
If anybody gives me the Boba Fett's, I'll take the Boba Fett's. Thank you.
There you go. Thank you all for hanging out. Send your Boba Fett to Dom.
Dom doesn't even know what. Like, there's like 8 different versions of Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. It's
I don't
Boba
care
Fett.
about the card set at all. Just give me the cards. Boba Fett.
Doesn't matter. Send your Boba Fett's to Dom.
Should have bought Boba Fett when it was a $20 card. Now damn thing's an $800
You got a
card.
Boba Fett booster pack. That's what you need, man.
Oh, God.
Hey, I'll say this: Dom was right, but it wasn't. He was right, but as usual, not for the reason why he said he was going to be right.
That's fine.
Like Boba Fett got expensive, but it's because there's a shortage of the cars. Not it's playable, not because people are actually like. He's like, oh, it's Boba Fett. It's going to get expensive because it's going to be collectible. It's not collectible. It's playable, and because it's playable, it got really expensive.
Same difference.
No, yeah, it's definitely different.
You're like, trying to make it too complicated.
Marco always loves to put me on the tier like I'm right, but I'm not right. I can never be Dom. You know what? Gotta admit it.
Dom, what you thought Boba Fett was going to be expensive? It's expensive.
No. He did say it was going to be expensive. He said it was going to be collectible. It's not collectible. It's playable.
Hard to find. Whatever.
It's not hard to find. I got like 10 of them. It's just
all right. Whatever. Point being, thanks everybody for stopping by. We'll see you all later.